Good day, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is Viper of Viperland, and I'm back here. We got Fata Morgana. For the, I don't think we'll have too much Fata Morgana in the upcoming weeks because I will be in Georgia, and then I will be freshly returned from Georgia. But I had to do it this week, so you know. We just had a 2.5 year time skip. We're still in the first of the chapters that unlock after the credits. And there's a whole other section too, so, you know, it seems like we still have some content waiting for us. The credits was not the end of this game. We're still in the, past of Morgana's past. There she is. An early summer breeze blew past, rustling vivid green leaves. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Considering this chapter's already taken more than a stream, and there's 2 other chapters, and then there's a whole other bit too, and I don't even know how much content that is, because I can't even select it yet. We have to finish this before we can even select that. We got content. This game ain't tiny. So, though it is nice that, even if we ended at credits, that was a nice, it's good that that's the bulk, the core, the important stuff. And this is all just, we can flesh this out, cool. Double Tempered Gravios event quest. Yeah, that sounds awful. I'll probably be doing that on Monday, tomorrow, because I want that mining gear. I want the guitar and I want the mining gear, so I'm sure I'm going to have to do the same thing. Also, hey Pikachu and Ramen, how you both doing? Welcome to Viperland in the chat. With the pleasantly warm wind at my back, I entered a graveyard. Anyone who wasn't from around here would probably have thought it was nothing more than a curious arrangement of stones on an abandoned plot of land, though. No one knew the names of most of those buried here, and they'd probably died without anyone by their sides. In death, though, they finally found themselves with someone to give them attention, to show them love. Love in the form of a prayer for the repose of their souls. Got to get my drink going. And on this abandoned plot of land knelt its de facto caretaker, a young girl and the only person who paid the dead who laid there any mind. She's too deep in prayer. Guess I'll have to wait. It had been a little under 2.5 years since I had rescued Morgana from the Lord's Manor. Much to my chagrin, she was still far from anything that could be described as opening up, but she wasn't quite as distant as before. From my perspective, at least. She had stopped calling the girls at the brothel vile and impure, and she was even somewhat conversational, sometimes. It seemed to me her trauma had loosened its grip on her, if only a little. Of course, she had a tendency to be on the brutally blunt side, which became more obvious as she started talking more, and I felt like the brutal part was getting more prominent every day. But I suppose it was a good sign. Tomorrow, yes. Tomorrow's Monday. These are both accurate statements. Tomorrow, Monday, the stream will be Monster Hunter. Yes. Though I suppose it was a good sign. Better than her refusing to interact at all, at least. Probably. She had also, most notably, begun showing signs of independence. Burying and sending off the dead who had no family or loved ones to do it for them was one such activity she had taken on. Living in the slums, it was hardly uncommon to see corpses abandoned in alleyways or on the side of the road. Generally speaking, they would be tossed off into a ditch somewhere out of the way to rot. But over the past couple of years, that had stopped happening. Saturday, why aren't you at cards? No? No? Look, I got a trash memory, but not that trash. You can't pull that one on me. Lost track of time talking Discord. Yeah, it's all good. No worries. How could you forget? Yeah, okay. Nothing fancy, just a plain slab of rock to mark the grave, but it certainly seemed much more respectable than the alternative. Every day she came out to the graveyard to pray for the departed. She had always seemed a bit abnormally pious, but that was something almost frightening about her dedication to the task. She was only 9 years old at the time of the slave revolt, which made her 11 now. Lies, actually. I went 1-2. Still not a great record, but I didn't go 0-3. I did actually go 1-2. Though I did it by playing the colors I hated. I hate playing the most.
That's why he's here today.
So,
#speedrunning.
I'll say, Sora, thank you for. Oh, you've hit your last month of jail time with Ramen. Congrats. You're almost free. And congrats on the trolley too. You know. No, I actually went 1-2 this week. But I had to play blue-red. I had to play Is It Colors. And, like, I don't... Look, there's nothing wrong with blue-red. It's just not my style. I always prefer big, chunky creatures than I do spell slinging. So it's super weird to me to put, like, 10 creatures and the rest spells and lands in a 40-card deck. Information on last month was confidential? No. No. I mean, yeah, like, even if I said nothing, it shows it right there. Like, maybe I drew attention to it, but I didn't, it wasn't secret info, you know. And do you really not want to go back to jail? I'm sure, you know, it may be literal prison, but at least you get emotes and no ads. Jail is home. I'm just glad I can't be put in jail, so. And rather than play with other children her age, she collected abandoned corpses in the slums and brought them here to bury and pray for. Abnormal didn't even begin to describe it. Some time ago, I asked her, why don't you go out and play like the other children? To which she calmly responded, I could not possibly waste my time idly engaging in worldly recreation. Whew. Knew that God was the most important figure in her life, but it still seemed excessive. Not even a convent was that draconian. I made numerous attempts to warm her up, but they all fell flat. Nothing I said seemed to make it through the heavy wall she had built around herself, and that was how Morgana acted around me and the girls at the brothel, those closest to her. The rest of the town could hardly get within shouting distance before being shut out. Although it wasn't like they tried either. Most everyone else actively distanced themselves from her. On some level, they appreciated her taking care of the bodies that showed up, but ultimately to them, she was little more than a spider that captured more dangerous insects begrudgingly left to its own devices. Excuse me. Hardly anyone found her pleasant, and they didn't hide it either. Yeah. But not just because of her choice in hobbies. The biggest factor was, of course, may your soul find eternal peace. The disquieting marks covering her face. You all done? I didn't realize you were there. Been here for a little while now. You should really pay more attention to your surroundings. This isn't exactly the safest area. Why bother? No one's going to do anything to me. Maybe not now, but a few years down the line, that's a whole nother story. You should get in the habit early. You're a growing girl, and your face could very well be better by then, too. Never mind the fact that there are people out there who will take anything as long as it's got girl parts. What if them decides to target you? Appalling. Aren't they? Which is why you should be a little more careful. You are an appalling man. Well, why am I appalling? Because the thought crossed your mind. It did not. I'm just saying there are people out there who think like that, and you need to look out for yourself. The fact that you would say that at all is appalling. Just looking out for you. Oh Lord, may this sinful man be cast down to hell where he belongs. Wow, you know, any other character I'd be like, ha ha ha, funny, look, send him to hell. But she truly actually believes herself to be the child of a god. She's not joking with that. She wouldn't joke about that. She's actually trying to get him sent to hell. Sure, it's fine. Jeez, you know no mercy, do you? I feel like you treat these corpses nicer than you do me. You'd be correct. You want me to be nice to you? Go die. Girl has got no mercy. Anyway, if you're done praying, get over here. It's ointment time. How many times must I tell you, you're wasting your time? Don't be such a pessimist. Rome wasn't built in a day, and there are still other ointments we haven't tried. Would the saying Rome wasn't built in a day really be around then? Like, I know Rome's older than that, for sure. But would the saying be there? I mean, you know, suspension of disbelief, fine, whatever. Also, when was Rome founded? It is entirely conceivable. Like, I knew it was a ways back. I don't know if I trust the full date that Google says. Google says April 21st, 753 BC. I believe the 753 BC. I don't know if they know the date Rome was founded, but, you know, whatever. I will take it as... I mean, at the same time, though, if this was roughly year... We're talking like 900 by now? We're talking over 1,000 years. Oh... Okay, I didn't look up the saying. Technically, then we're before the saying, but also, whatever, I don't care. I really don't. It also is probably a quirk of localization. Like, I imagine that's not a saying in Japanese. But I'm assuming there's an equivalent saying in Japanese that they just were like, well, here's the English equivalent of it. And also, again, I'm not going to fault the game. It was just one of those things that struck me as like, I wonder. And there's still other ointments we haven't tried. Not being pessimistic, then unless you want to stay looking like that, what do you have to lose? Now come on, off with the hood. You're a very stubborn man. You're a very stubborn girl. So, you know, pot. Kettle. Call me whatever you want. Nothing you can say will bother me in the slightest. I loathe you. What? You were saying? You're kidding, right? Partially. You little... Thought you were going to apply the ointment. What are you waiting for? I sighed and gave her a little glower, then scooped up some ointment with my fingers. Yeah, I know, glaring plot holes. I sighed and gave... Oh, sorry about that. Morgana angled her face towards the floor, closed her eyes, and waited for me to begin. There was an element within the gang that gave me flack for all the time I spent looking after and caring for Morgana. Well, it was mostly just Gratien, actually. If I were you, I would have tossed that ungrateful brat out on her ass years ago. It would be another story if she were a looker, of course. And to a degree, I understood where he was coming from. I certainly would have appreciated a little gratitude. On the other hand, all the time I spent with her, even if it was largely being verbally abused, allowed me to notice the more subtle changes in her mannerisms. And seeing that growth, however small, was one of the things that motivated me to keep at it. For example, a year ago, whenever I went to make physical contact with her, I would have to verbally reassure her I had no intention to do her any harm, or she was likely to start shouting. And even if she didn't, she would sit there the whole time I applied ointment, incredibly stiff. Now she was more relaxed. I could even sense a sort of trust emanating from within her as my fingers rubbed against her skin. It wasn't my imagination, at least I didn't think it was. It was something only perceptible through the act of making direct physical contact. That said, she is still borderline inscrutable. As I massaged the ointment into her skin, I traced the outline of her face with the flat of my thumb. The vast majority of her face was discolored, and in places patches had festered and fallen off. Jeez. Oh, okay. Interesting. Even more than the base game? Really? Huh. Alright. The skin at the corners of her lips was shriveled and curled up, which I could only imagine was fairly painful. It was rough and uneven, hardly a pleasant sensation, and a far cry from the clean, smooth skin most girls her age would have. Maybe she's right. You'd think it would show some signs of healing by now, if it were ever going to. Despite my constant insistence that she stay optimistic, it was probably me who was most disappointed, most frustrated at the complete lack of improvement. The ointment wasn't cheap, to be sure, but I didn't give a damn about the money. There was a sense of hopelessness that got me, that it was all for nothing. Back when we first took her in, Maria had suggested the marks on Morgana's face might be a manifestation of something psychological or emotional, or physiological even. And I was beginning to think she was right. It wasn't going to stop me from trying, though. This was the only thing I could think of to do for her. I wonder what she'll look like when she's all healed. Maybe she'll smile for once. I'd like to see that someday. Hello? Is anyone in there? You need something? Oh, sorry, I got lost in my thoughts. I didn't realize I had stopped. Lost in your thoughts? That sounds positively dreadful. I like that she's only gotten better at being just brutal. It's great. Yeah, no, it's actually fantastic. I can see how this is her happiest time. Even though that's still very depressing. What's that supposed to mean? I was just thinking about what? Never mind. Finishing that's just begging for another round of derision. It's not why I wanted to get your attention either way. What happened there? Where? Your arm. It's cut. Morgana pointed out a gash peeking out from behind my sleeve. It wasn't a very deep wound. It was hardly a mere scratch either. Oh yeah, that's decidedly do not know. Yeah, that's fair. It's not important. Don't worry about it. You said on yourself. Huh? No, wait a minute. Stop wasting it on my face, which is never going to heal, and use it on yourself. No need to get so worked up about it, Morgana. I'm not worked up. I'm simply expressing my discontent at your foolishness, which I'm pretty sure is the definition of being worked up. Regardless, don't use any more ointment on me. Use that on yourself. I'm sure it will appreciate actually being useful for once. Last I checked, medicine doesn't have feelings. Really, it's not that bad. And besides, I'm only going to get more, so what's the difference? Going to get more? What are you doing that would make you say that? Yeah, I'm, too sinful to admit. You're an abhorrent man. No, I swear, it's nothing bad. You win, I'll tell you. I was hoping to keep it a secret. I'm, doing a little training. Training? Yeah, crime and unrest has been on the rise in the slums. Or, well, not just the slums, the city proper, too. Things were quiet for a while after the slave revolt, but the Lord suddenly imposed a major tax increase about 6 months ago, which has resulted in a significant number of people unable to afford living in the city. To put it simply, the iron fist is squeezing even tighter than ever. As a result, there's been a huge influx of people into the slums. You know how tight things are already, don't you? What do you suppose happens when you have limited resources and space and suddenly twice as many people vying for their share? People started trying to stake out their territory, and they're fighting hard to defend it. People are mugging and robbing each other over scraps. It's a mess. I had no idea. Not many thieves pick makeshift graveyards as their marks, after all. Though, in this case, I actually think your being so isolated is probably to your benefit. But in any event, me and the rest of the gang had formed a band of peacekeepers of sorts. Peacekeepers? Is that not the city guard's job? Guards have never given a damn about the slums. Yeah, that checks out. Yeah. Why waste manpower on people who can't even pay their taxes? As far as the Lord and his men are concerned, we're just leeching off his land. We're damn lucky he doesn't make an active effort to chase us all out. Means it's our responsibility to protect ourselves. I see. So you're training to use a sword as part of this band of peacekeepers. In short, yeah. Interesting. Interesting? In what way? Give me the ointment. Huh? I'm not done with your... What's even left? You've done more than enough. Now give it to me. Here. Roll up your sleeve. You're not going to put it on me, are you? Like I said, I don't need... How many times have I told you the exact same thing? And how many times have you listened to me? You know... She has a point. Yeah. This is payback for all the times you refused to listen to me. You can't argue with that, can you? No. Nope. I guess I can't. What are you smirking about? Nothing. Try to keep this sort of thing to a minimum, if you would. Huh? Why do I want to limit my training time? Need to be prepared for whatever might come our way. That madman of a lord could be scheming to send his soldiers in as we speak. Sure, there are others more suited for the job. You don't seem like you would be especially adept with a blade. Hey, don't judge my skill by my appearance. I'll have you know, I'm the second strongest member of the gang. Oh yes, that's very reassuring. You're on fire today, huh? Since you seem to have forgotten, I put up a damn decent fight against the Lord during the... God, what the hell is wrong with me? Why am I digging up some of her most painful memories for a cheap brag? Excuse me. Anyway, you get the idea. Pretty good with the sword, so you don't need to worry about me. I see. And out of curiosity, who's the strongest member? Excuse me? Why would she ask me to my face to give her the name of the one man stronger than me? It's not a difficult question. Some asshole named Gratien. Interesting. Well, I hope he remains number one and you stay number two forever. Why exactly would you want that? The whole reason I'm training so hard is so I can surpass Gratien, and she wants me to stay below him? Unbelievable. I get it. It's easier for you to look down on me if there's someone you can put me in who can put me in my place for you. That isn't why. No? Well then, mind telling me why? The strongest member of a group is the one who stands on the front lines. What's your point? The most qualified person leads the charge, yes? I don't see anything wrong with that. Puts them at greater risk. Wait, are you concerned for my safety? It's not you I'm concerned for, but Baka. It's your death will simply make life more difficult for the girls at the brothel. Oh, do look at that. You worried about me. Guess even you have a soft spot or two. Oh, for heaven's sake. I already told you that's not why I'm all done. Thanks. Now I assume you're finished with your business here, so feel free to make yourself scarce. No need to be so rude. Do you have some ulterior motive for wanting me gone? For one, it's impossible for the dead to rest in peace with you around. Oh. Maybe try thinking about the living first for once. I've never really cared for how much importance people put on showing respect for the dead. It all seems so pointless to me. Your blasphemy knows no ends, does it? When your time comes, you're going to find yourself with no one to grieve over your loss. Fine with me. People are only worth their salt while they're alive. And what about the afterlife? Who's got time to think about the next life when you live in an overcrowded slum where someone might kill you one day for a couple of coins? All the more reason to take it into consideration. The consequences one's actions in life have on the next should serve to encourage us to always do what is right. Not sure I buy that. I'm done with this conversation. I don't think this is any getting through that thick skull of yours. If I offended you, I apologize. I didn't mean to. Hey, Morgana, would you mind humming that song you're so fond of for me? What? Where did that come from? I'm in a good mood today. And what better way to improve a good day than with good music? I do not follow that line of reasoning one bit. Why should I have to sing to make you feel better? It's a big deal. It doesn't hurt anyone. If you have even half a heart, you'll do this tiny little favor for me. Yes, because trying to manipulate me is a wonderful way to make me want to do anything for you. Okay, I'm sorry. That was mean of me. Please? Doesn't sound very sincere. Well, fine, I'll do it. Facing away from me, Morgana dropped to the grassy ground, staring off into the distance, and began to hum. It wasn't a hymn or a requiem for the dead, but a folk song the girls at the brothel would sometimes sing. 1 second, news. No one seemed to know who had written it, though. The lyrics were slightly vulgar, and people were supposed to clap and hoot along with the music, but Morgana only hummed the melody, leaving the rest of that out. In isolation, and sung with her voice, it became a thing of beauty. It was pure, untainted by the filthiness of the slums, unobscured by the crudeness of the people who normally sang it. In many ways, it was hard to believe they were the same song. This felt like it was hers, like it existed solely to be heard in her voice. Listening to her sing, I sprawled out in the grass. The blue sky spread out above me as far as the eye could see, and as I gazed up into it, all my problems seemed to fade away. That I lived in a dirty slum, that the Lord was digging his claws in even deeper into the city, that I was in the middle of a makeshift graveyard for those who had no one else. It all just disappeared. I felt almost as though I had ascended to heaven. The first time I heard Morgana sing was, if memory served, approximately a year earlier. At the time, she was still completely walled off, much like she had been when I first brought her into the slums. She always kept her eyes on her feet, and she spoke in a soft voice, frequently pausing. She was wary of everyone, including me. One day, I went to put ointment on her face, and she shouted, roared practically, for me not to touch her. To be honest, it was somewhat aggravating. Another, I asked her about her father, and she just pointed up at the sky, saying, "He's up there," which I took to mean he was dead, so I dropped the subject and got back to applying the ointment to her. At some point, I started humming the song, which I'd picked up from the girls. Upon hearing that, she told me she was quite fond of it. Then she began singing. Immediately, I found myself entranced by her voice. Though she always spoke in soft, muffled tones, her singing voice was incredibly clear. I was listening to a chorus of angels. Of course, the moment I put that thought into words, it'll lose all its potency. It'll just turn into some loser's cheap pickup line. It really is something, though. If she told me her voice could raise the dead, I would be inclined to believe it. It's just that beautiful. While it was true, Morgana could be difficult and wasn't the most affable, I knew that at heart she was a sensitive and compassionate girl. That she would come to this graveyard every day and pray for peace for all the forgotten souls was more than enough proof of that. Though she surrounded herself with high walls, she was probably the kindest, most loving person I knew. And that was what drew me to her. It didn't matter what anyone said about her, how quick they were to judge her as ugly or standoffish. I knew they were all wrong. It would be wonderful. I could just spend the rest of my days listening to her sing. Are you asleep? I'm awake. I was just resting my eyes. Oh. And I was about to accuse you of being boorish for having the audacity to ask me to sing and then fall asleep. The fact that you were almost upset seems to suggest you want to be heard, despite how much you despite how much you protested. No, I've got the perfect idea. We could build a makeshift stage at the pub and have you sing for everyone. I'm sure she'd love that. What? Don't worry, it'll be fine. You can wear a mask if you don't want anyone to see your face. You don't even have to get on stage if you'd rather not. You can just sing from behind a curtain. Who knows, you could end up being a big hit. Come one, come all, hear the soothing song of the enigmatic siren. Absolutely not. No, I think it's a pretty good idea myself. Oh, is it because you don't like taking other people's money? I wasn't planning on charging. I just thought it would be nice if more people could hear. As I already said, absolutely not. And if you push this issue any further, I'll never sing for you again. Noted. Forget I said anything. Seemed like a good opportunity to get her interacting with more people, but guess not. Such a pretty voice is wasted on just me. What? You look like you have something else to say. Nope, not a thing. Well, I'm not going to force her if she's opposed to it. Say, Morgana, there's something I've been wondering for a while now. You've never actually called me by my name, have you? Where did that come from? Just been thinking about it, and I can't recall a single time you've done it in the more than 2 years we've known each other. Don't tell me you've forgotten my name. Are you kidding me? I remember it, yes. I don't like that emphasis on remember. Usually that big a deal. Rarely ever anyone else around, so it's not like you don't know when I'm talking to you. Besides, I'm planning to leave when I get older, so I don't see much point in getting very attached to anyone. Do you have a destination in mind? Not yet. Why are you thinking so far ahead then? You're 11 years old. You still got a few years before you're old enough to be independent. You're going to spend that whole time keeping everyone at arm's length? Just think, maybe it's about time you took down some of those walls. Maybe take a little weight off your shoulders in the process. I'm not going to say you have to, though. Anyway, I should head out. I got work to do. Try not to stay here too late, okay? I'll be leaving as soon as you're gone. Could walk you back then. And make it back fine on my own, thank you. As you wish. Hey, Morgana. When you were leaving, one day I'll show you the world. Do you ever get tired of saying that? Gotta think big, dream. The world's changing all around us. A life just fighting to make it day by day is hardly life at all. I don't want to spend the rest of my days confined to this tiny little corner of the world. Try not to let your dreams grow so big they crush you. Sure, I'll be fine. I'll just have you sing for me if it ever gets to be overwhelming. Why would I be there? Why wouldn't you? It's hard to show you the world if I don't bring you with me. Knowing you, you still won't know where you want to go. So I'll bring you with me. We can find a place for you together. Pretty good deal, huh? I don't need to see the world. All I want is... Huh? What was that? Nothing. What was that? Now I'm even more curious. Nothing, really. Now go on, shoo. Fine, fine. See you later. Doesn't he ever get tired of chasing me down day after day? I thought as I watched him walk off. Quite honestly, I don't understand that man one bit. Apparently a lot of people respect him. He seems to have a fairly large social circle as well. Couldn't fathom why someone like him would go out of his way to spend time with me. It wasn't for lack of people to talk to, and it certainly wasn't because we got along. Never mind my face, which couldn't be pleasant for anyone to be subject to for any amount of time. Would he go so far out of simple pity? Hopefully he doesn't have ulterior motives. At long last, your face is healed. I spent enough money on you to build a house. You're going to pay me back tenfold. Also, hey Pots, how's it going? Your jail time continues. Oh, I mentioned that yesterday. Hold on. That shouldn't be behind chat. Give me a second. No, that's not it. Why is it behind chat? Give me a second. It's not that. Ah, it's that one. Okay, cool. I must have moved it around when chat was being weird. But now we should be good. Cool, now we should be over it. Ah, yes, it is jail day, as we've noticed. But I hope you're doing well, Pops. Congrats on, more jail time. Oh, what did I miss from? Oh, yeah. There's gotta be. But maybe they just, maybe they did one, they were like, I've peaked, I'm good. Killing Floor 2 today. I saw that, yeah. Killing Floor 2 today and Risk of Rain 2 yesterday. A bunch of 2s. A bunch of good times, I hope. Spend enough money on you to... Oh, yeah, I read that bit. Now go forth, Morgana. Work! Be the greatest whore this brothel has ever seen. Wahahaha. Yeah, that definitely seems... Playbase hasn't really left because Killing Floor 3 is so bad. Is it? I know nothing of Killing Floor 3, which I guess I didn't even know there was a Killing Floor 3, so I guess that checks out. But hey, even better, because 2's got to be considerably cheaper, and if everyone's still playing it and it's still fun, good. So why not? It's probably not that devious. Enough foolish speculation. It's going to start getting dark soon. I should head back. I think we spent like one stream doing multiplayer Risk of Rain 2 that one time. That was fun. Then right after that, they released the you can just pick your own items, which is cool. But I don't think I ever streamed it again. I think it was just like that one time. It was fun. It was a good game. I know Sandwich is a big modded Risk of Rain 2 fan. Big, specifically modded Risk of, like, fan of the game in general, but like really loves playing it modded. Sorry for not in a great way. Ah, that sucks. The brothel was always rather quiet at this time of day. The girls worked at night, so they were generally asleep while the sun was out. It was my job to take care of cleaning, laundry, and prepping meals while they rested. When I first arrived here, everything seemed so filthy. While I still feel that way to a degree, nights when they were open for business were still miserable. I wasn't quite so prejudiced against the girls themselves anymore. They were kind to me, treated me like a sister, or tried to at least. I kept them at a distance, though. I didn't so overly spurn them as I had before, but as the holy daughter of God, I could not form familial relationships with prostitutes. I could not delight in being pampered by them. My unwillingness to open up probably disheartened them, but still they did not throw me out or lash back at me for it, and no one made any remarks about my face. As prostitutes, they frequently caught all sorts of diseases. In my more than 2 years here, several had even passed away. One had gotten hives all over her body, transforming from fairly pretty to absolutely hideous in only a few days' time. And they had seen considerably more than me, so they had no reason to comment on a girl with a little flesh missing from her face. Which wasn't to say everyone was sympathetic for me. Update one back that killed us going to or something? No, I don't think anything killed it, but I think the paid DLC wasn't as well received as the hype was. But I don't think it's in any way, like, dead. I think it was just, like, I think people wanted either different, more, better, or something else from the paid DLC. I think it was definitely the paid DLC that was the target of ire, but it was most certainly not enough to kill the game. So... yeah, I haven't really followed up on it since then. I never got the DLC for it because I really didn't play any more of it since that time, but we had a good time playing it when we played. I should get a fire started. I'd taken care of most of the cleaning before leaving for the cemetery, so my next task was preparing food for the day. It's also crazy that Risk of Rain 2 works. Because Risk of Rain... whoa, no, why did that? Because Risk of Rain 1 was a 2D side-scrolling, like, roguelike platformer. So to bring it into 3 dimensions and have it be good and successful and play well, that's tough. That's really tough. So, hats off to him. Everything brokenly buggy. Yeah, I imagine that's been fixed, yeah. It was the DLC. Yeah. Yeah, but like, if it's bugs or something, that would definitely be fixed by now, because that was a ways back. I remember hearing about that. Okay, so on launch, the DLC messed with things, but they've clearly fixed that stuff now. Okay, cool. Good. Supplies have been scant of late, which meant today I was making yet another watery vegetable soup. Alright, you mentioned crime was on the rise. That would explain the trouble getting supplies. And here I am completely oblivious to what's going on outside. From time to time, I would catch one of the girls saying, often with an uncomfortable laugh, she's still the same old Morgana. But personally, I felt as though I'd changed quite a bit since arriving here. No longer being intrinsically disgusted by prostitutes was big enough, but even more significantly... excuse me. How pathetic. I'd become astutely aware of how much I was on the receiving end of others' generosity. Before coming here, the thought would have never even occurred to me. It's always the giver of generosity. The saint everyone, man, woman, and child alike, came to for help. I hadn't told anyone what I was, though, so I didn't get any of that special treatment. And perhaps that was part of what had allowed me to change. Of course, because I kept all that tightly locked up inside, the only thing people saw was an aloof little girl. Yeah, which is why no one else sees that you've changed in any way, because your outward-facing attitude is still identical, but, you know. Finally, the coal is lit. Now to add tinder. Knock! Knock! What? Knock! 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 That's a... Huh? What? Who's that? Who shouts knock? Oh, it is actually somebody just yelling knock knock instead of knocking. Everyone else is asleep, so I can't just hope for someone else to deal with it. Someone's going to wake up eventually if she keeps yelling. But everyone's exhausted and they need their rest. Knock! 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 Oh, for heaven's sake, quiet down out there. Ah, finally, someone. Ah! What are you screaming for? Are you okay? Huh? Why wouldn't I be? I'm more concerned about you myself. Your face! Look at your face! Ah, right, my face. It's just... I heard they treated the girls good here! You can't be, what, maybe 10 years old? And look at you! Huh? Unbelievable! What kind of terrible man would a little girl like you and then make you his... and give you all his nasty diseases? I need one of those sensor buttons that plays the beep. I need one of those. We wouldn't use it often, but when the time was right. Does she think I'm a prostitute? Well, she knocked loudly on the front door of a brothel and you answered. So, like, we know otherwise, but, you know. Yeah, like, I feel like almost nothing beats the classic just sensor beep. But I like some variations too. There's always like the classic like duck quack or something. You know, there's good options. But I feel like for sparing use, the good old-fashioned beep just works. Hold on, please. You're jumping to conclusions. Don't you worry. You've got a friend in me. No, that's not what... There's still hope. Tomorrow will be a better day. I'm not... Is it not because of a disease then? Yes, thank you, finally. No one gave me any disease. You're being tortured! What? Now that I get a closer look at you, your hands are all torn up too. Did they really bust out the whip that often here? No one would... God, I can't believe my eyes! Who would do this to such a little girl? Excuse me. I'll have to give the man in charge a stern talking to. It's his job to protect his girls. Excuse me. Knock, knock, knock! Shut up and listen to me! Ouch. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, Father, I pray for your forgiveness, for I have disobeyed your teachings and raised my hand against my fellow man. Nothing for me, the one who actually got kicked? Dodgeball ping sound, also good, yes. Before you do anything, you could perhaps introduce yourself? Yeah, that's another good one. That's what I get for jumping to conclusions. I always had this super bad habit of letting my imagination run wild, you see? As soon as I saw you, it was like dark, dank dungeons. A little girl hung upside down, buck naked, a big smirking, shirtless man holding a cat o' nine tails. Ghost screams echoing on the cold stone. Will she live to see another day? That sort of thing. Yo. Just that look. Keeps going too. Next, a dashing young man appears to rescue the girl, but he's secretly... Shut your mouth for me, would you? Aye, aye. You're allowed to breathe. Okay, so, what was your name? Cern, spelled C-E-R-E-N, or Saren? That's G like Jester and Ran like Ransom. Oh, cool, thank you. G-Ran. Not how I thought that would be pronounced, but I appreciate it, game, telling me I'm wrong immediately, but in correcting me. Cool. This is easily the most upbeat music that we have heard of this entire game, by an order of magnitude. Also, she's bouncing to it, so you know. Shut your mouth at me, would you? Aye. You are allowed to breathe. Aye. God, it's way too early for this shit. I mean, yes. Yes, it is. Spelled totally different, but, you know. What is it, like noon 1? Should I have not let her in? No, you're fine. I've known we were getting a new girl for a few days now. Well, I sure wasn't expecting this. You don't have to keep your mouth shut permanently. If you have something to say, spit it out. So this is the part where I get fired before I even start? Ugh. Tell me something, would you? Do you act that around your clients? What, is there something wrong with how I act? Moving on. Stand right there for me. For the love of all that is holy, hold still. Yes. So, what you gonna do? Just hush and hold still. She just picks her up and starts rubbing her against the wall. Staring holes through me. Just a little more. Hi. Getting real up close and personal there. Make sure you're up to par. Par with what? Is this necessary? Hello? Alright, at ease. You pass. You're hired. Really? Sweet! So what was all that about? Gotta have an exam first, obviously. I see. I'll tell you this, though. If you weren't cute as all hell, I'd have thrown you right out on your ass. Am I really that cute? You're making me blush. You realize that wasn't a compliment, right? Anyway, you start work tomorrow. Today, familiarize yourself with the rules and layout of the place. Aye, ma'am. Morgana, can I ask you to show her around? What? Alright. Thanks a bunch. Much obliged. I'm already beginning to regret this. Talk about culture shock, though. Never seen a place with a woman manager. Oh yeah, I'm not the manager. Just an old hat. So where's the big boss hiding then? No boss here, just us girls. What, you don't have a manager? Really? Nope. You'll find this is more like a community than anything. A bunch of girls with nowhere else to go who banded together and built this place up. And it's been going like that for more than a decade now. From what I've been told, it started as just a little shack. Didn't even have proper flooring. By the time I showed up, the facilities were a little nicer. The roof still leaked like a bitch, though, and we don't have nearly as many rooms set up as we do now. But we worked our tails off over the years, scrounging together the money and time to patch up and grow it into what you see now. Huh, yeah. Of course, not having someone specifically in charge of running the place does come with its own set of challenges. Does it? Sounds like a pretty good deal to me. Everyone gets to do their own thing. It's not that simple, unfortunately. It makes it more difficult to iron things out with the community and other businesses when trouble arises. Of course, it means we have no one financing us. So every day is a struggle to make it to the next. Any day could be our last. Could all come crashing down. Don't set any illusions of job security. So neato. I'm still super duper impressed though. Major props. You guys have made this one heck of a place for the slums. Yeah, I suppose. I'll take that, I guess. You don't sound very happy about it. Well, I mean, pretty much everyone who founded this place is dead now. It's one of the risks of the job. You work your ass off, just add another day, and end up taking 3 off in the process. So once you got enough to do whatever it is you need to do, you walk out that door and never come back, got it? But if you got debt to pay off, or a friend or family who need a little extra money, once you're done, be done. You're not gonna ask for what I need the money for. Girl looks like trouble, I'll talk to her and have some guys look into it. But you don't strike me as the type. If you're up to no good, I feel like it'd be pretty obvious. Besides, been in this business long enough to know it's not at the top of most girls' dream job list. Most of us have been through some nasty shit, and we don't come here to have other people digging around through it. Boss! Huh? What? You're sweet, thoughtful, and a heck of a boss. So I'm gonna call you boss. It's perfect. I thought I told you we don't have a boss here. Boss. Yeah, I feel like the one thing she's incapable of, besides not talking, is I don't feel like she'd make a good liar. I feel like it's just there's zero filter between brain and mouth, and brain is on constant So, you know. Well, no harm in you taking a liking to me, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna go crash again. Morgana can answer any questions you got. Aye, aye. Also... Any more hollering while I'm trying to sleep, and I'll rip that pretty little head off your shoulders and shove it between your legs. Got it? Yes, boss. Yeah. And, like, that definitely sounds like how it would go down, yeah. Oh, right, Morgana, lead the way. Sure. Before we go, though, I have a question. Are you incapable of speaking like a human being? What do you mean? Do they require explanation? Oh, I get it. We're friends now, so I don't have to talk so stiff-like. You call that stiff? Yeah, why? But to tell you the truth, I kind of forgotten how to talk casual. Guess that's just what happens when everyone around you use big cheese. Very respectful of my seniors, I'll have you know. This conversation is going nowhere, so let's go. Man, just running at somebody, screaming, "Aye!" So you got here a couple years back, neat. Gonna start working here once your face all clears up? I have no intention of becoming a prostitute, no. And Maria has already said she will respect that. Instead, I'm tasked with other chores, such as cooking and cleaning, in order to earn my keep. Oh, wow. Maria's got even more generous than I thought. Generous? Most places wouldn't look after a sick girl for that long. Let alone give her a room of her own and buy her ointment. The ointment is his doing, technically speaking, but I suppose she's right. You're right. I've begun to feel the same way recently. Taking care of a few chores cannot possibly counterbalance the burden my being here places on everyone else. They would surely all be better off without me. That's not what I meant at all. Sure, maybe it doesn't balance out. They let me stay here out of the kindness of their hearts. That don't mean you'd be better off elsewhere. That you're not pulling your weight. Been here for all of, what, an hour? How can you possibly not know? Look at this place. It's better looking than a lot of places outside the slums. And it's you who's been keeping it so clean, Morgana. Last place I was at, it was dirtier than a bear's bunghole. This is like heaven compared to that. Without you around, Morgana, the girls wouldn't be able to sleep so comfortably. Perhaps. Are you blushing? You're blushing, aren't you? It's nothing to be ashamed of. You can even jump into my arms if you want. You know... You're incredibly obnoxious. My heart. For a second there, she almost had me feeling a little better about myself, but I went right out the window. Why? What? But she made a valid point that you agreed with. Like... So you came here a couple of years back. That would have been right about when the Lord's slaves revolted, yeah? Yes, right about then. Wish I could have been there for it. Bet it was all sorts of crazy. You mean you weren't around when it happened? Nope. I wasn't in these parts till about a year or so ago, so I've only heard the stories. Back when the uprising happened, I wasn't even in this country. I was way, way far away. I see. So I only moved here recently then. Nah, didn't move. I was kidnapped. What? I'm a bit of an airhead, if you haven't noticed. Did she fall for the free candy van? No, come on. She would. We've known her for all of 10 minutes, and she would definitely, enthusiastically jump into the free candy van. One day I was just suddenly taken captive and got sold off. What? What, really? Yep. She was taken captive and sold off? Didn't mishear her, did I? You talk about it like it's just part of your daily routine. Well, it is the second time it happened. The second time it's happened so far. It is? Okay, back to the tour then, shall we? What raises even more questions. I have been thinking about what I want to call you, Morgana. You want to call me? Is that not what my name is for? Nickname, step 1 to making friends. Duh. So from now on, I'm going to call you Morgs. What? Morgs. With a hard G, not a soft one. So there's just so there's no confusion. Thank you. I would have never figured it out without your help. Whew. No, she was never explicitly brought up before now. Morgs! Can you not call me that? It rather gets on my nerves. You can call me Jerry. Can't be serious. Daha! Good heavens, I cannot keep up with this girl. Anyway, that about covers it. All that's left is to show you the storeroom. Weren't we just there? Yes, but there's a second one below us. Below the floor. Made my way to the corner of the room, crouched down, and pulled up on one of the floorboards. From beneath it appeared a staircase leading downward. Ooh, underground storage! Nice and cool to keep things fresh, too. This room serves as a second purpose, though. Oh? It's also a shelter for us to hide in should any sort of trouble arise. Oh, huh. Fortunately, it has not yet been used for that purpose. Well, we're not in the safest area, so we must be prepared for anything. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Nice a place as this. I guess it's still in the slums. Indeed. Here's hoping we don't ever have to use it. Indeed. So that's everything then. I've seen the whole place? Yes, that's everything. Or I suppose I should show you the kitchen is... What's up? I completely forgot I was trying to start a fire! Oh. Yeah, that was happening. Scrambled back to the kitchen, but as I had feared, it was far too late. The coals were long since dead. All that work for nothing. Looks like you got a bit of an airhead side too, Morgs. And who do you think is to blame for that? It's alright, we can get it lit together. Together, this is all your responsibility. As the sun began to set and meal preparations were complete, the girls started to emerge from their rooms, a bustle forming in and around the kitchen. Some sluggishly rubbed the sleep from their eyes, while others complained about their clients. Some took a moment for me to recognize in their casual clothes sans makeup. Off the job and being themselves, they looked less like prostitutes and more like just ordinary girls. There were around 10 girls who actually stayed at the brothel, and another 10 or so who came in to work from outside. It's a fairly large-scale operation, at least to my eyes. Though there were a couple other smaller brothels in the slums, this was the one everyone directed anyone interested to first. Girls with nowhere else to go stayed here, and girls who did have a place to go back to stayed there. No one actually owned their own homes, though. They either lived with a man or shared a place with a few other girls. None of them had husbands or children. Supposedly there were those who did in this line of work, but it was rather uncommon. Scooped out servings of soup from the cauldron sitting over the fire, dishing it out to girls as they came by. No one gave me any unpleasant looks at the sight of my face. They said good morning and smiled. Just like any other day. I whispered a greeting to each of them in return, but given how noisy the kitchen was, it was unlikely any of them heard it. Oh boy, it starts bouncing in here. I like me a place with some energy. I'm glad to hear that. Didn't take long for Jiren to start hitting it off with the other prostitutes. Her perky disposition was undeniably overdone, but everyone seemed to enjoy the positive attention she was giving them well enough. In almost no time at all, the girls were fawning over her. She's like a puppy. Once everyone had their food, they settled into their individual mealtime activities. The bland, watery soup was expectedly unpopular, even though everyone knew there was nothing that could be done about it. This again, several of them muttered, to which Maria stood up and chastised them, saying, "You should be grateful you got anything to eat at all." I know. Morgana worked her butt off to make it for you. It's rude to complain. Sorry, I really am. It ain't her cooking I'm complaining about. You know that, right? Don't you, Morgana? Doesn't bother me. You're perfectly justified in being displeased. It's hardly nutritious enough to get you through the day. True enough, I guess. It would be great if we could get something with a little more oomph. Like a big old slab of meat. I love meat. Just thinking about it has me drooling. Meat, bring on the meat. Save that drool for work, because that's the only meat you'll get here. I wonder, maybe I can pretend this root-looking thing is meat, and it actually tastes like it. Meat from the depths, I summon thee! Meat! Chomp chomp. Nope. Still not meat. No shit, genius. Meat. Don't like meat, Morgs? No, you won't grow up to be big and strong if you're such a picky eater. Not picky about what I eat, no. All sustenance is a gift from God to man. I would never refuse his. Well, is the meat not to your liking then, Saint? Yeah. Mild, traumatic moments. Yeah. Hear that, slave? The Saint says your brother tastes so bad it makes him a wretch. You alright, Morgs? You're super pale. Just fine. It's been more than 2 years and I still can't get that taste out of my mouth. I don't know if I would be able to either. I hope to never find out, no matter how hard I try to forget it. Sometimes when I'm awake, it's just like now, and sometimes it's an awful nightmare. If you're not feeling good, maybe you should lay down. Fine, really. You sure? Maybe meat's out of the question, but some bread should be nice at least. God, yes, bread! Too bad supplies have been so scarce lately. It's all the damn Lord's fault. Not that a bunch of whores can do fuck all about it. Is the Lord really that bad of a guy? Yes. Undeniably yes. Alright, you haven't been here very long. You don't know what he's like. Yes, he's a terrible man. He oppresses his people and rejects the word of God. He's a cruel, heartless, barbaric madman. He deserves the strictest of judgments. So, does everyone in the city hate him then? Doubt you'll find a single person who thinks otherwise. Huh. Well, I hope he stops being the Lord soon then. What do you mean? I just mean it'd be nice if someone else could take over for him. Then he could just be a regular old guy. They wouldn't have to worry about running a city stuff. Everyone wins. Yeah, everyone wins. I'm sure he'd love that. And definitely willingly do it. It'd be nice, yes, but wouldn't it? Pretty dang brilliant, aren't I? Even I know it's not that simple, and I'm only 11. How would a bunch of slum dwellers even begin to instate a new lord? Does she even think before speaking? No, you should have learned this even by now. Damn, I was hoping to make it before breakfast time. Sorry about that, but I brought bread. Bread! Speak of the bloody devil! Here, toss it here! No, me first. Patience, please. You're acting like wild animals that I haven't eaten in days. Look at you, Copa. You've got girls fawning all over you. Yes, my bread brings all the prostitutes in the yard, and they're like, give it to me! They'll just watch help. It's not me they're after, it's the bread. Touché. I said, pretty sorry batch you got for us today. You could probably crack someone's head open with this. There's no hope for the world if we've fallen so far that girls are tripping over each other to get their hands on this. You want fresh, soft bread? Well, start saving your coins. Until then, this is the best we can get. Soak in your soup for a bit. And honestly, like, yeah, if you have soup anyway, it's the perfect solution. Be right as rain after that. That should soften it up some. They should be grateful to have it at all. How much longer till I fall into a pile of money? Morgs, it's a man. It's a man. I have eyes, thank you very much. Who is it, you know? Oh, is he a client? No, he's not. He's more, how should I put it? Someone who doesn't know how to keep his nose out of other people's business. Excuse me, did your eyes fail to detect that I have ears? Eep, here he comes. I've never seen you around here before. New girl? You first, mister. Who are you? Since you came in through the back door, I'm guessing you work here? Something like that. Holy moly, I've never seen a male prostitute before. I find that hard to believe. I find that exceedingly hard to believe. But okay, you know? Sure. You, me, outside, now. Whoa! Talk about aggressive! Inter-office romance never ends well, you know. Maria will get really mad if she finds out. This ship's sinking before it even leaves the port. Two prostitutes in the throes of forbidden love until one day an older client finds out and goes mad with rage. All of a sudden there's a knife in his hand. He swings and... Maria, the hell's wrong with the new girl? I've never seen anyone with this much air inside their head. Ah, that's Sheeran. She joined today. She's a bit off in the head, but she's a nice girl. I'm sure you'll get on just fine. Nice to meet you. Wait, does that mean we have the boss's approval? It's crazy enough that they're running this place themselves, but to allow, no, cheer on a sinking ship. This place is out of this world. We just met 5 minutes ago, though. So how about we start as friends? Shut up and listen to me for a second, Chatterbox. Till I say otherwise, you are not to speak another word. You will listen to every last word I say and carve it into that empty skull of yours. Understood? Aye. And there you have it. I assist with the brothel operations, nothing more. Presume you've been told about how this place doesn't have a formal manager, so sometimes situations arise for which a man's presence is necessary. Yep. He may look like a scrawny dork, but he's actually surprisingly useful. Is that really necessary? Sorry, my bad, slip of the tongue. Huh, neato. So if you two known each other a long time, you seem like you're pretty close. It's pretty much just the two of us fighting to survive for years. It's awesome, I love that kind of thing, together through thick and thin. Not too long ago, when he and some other guy started up a band of peacekeepers, so he's been spending more of his time training up with them these days. That said, guess it's not too bad knowing we got someone who can throw at troublemakers if need be. Oh, peacekeepers, sweet! Don't look like you put up much of a fight, though, mister. Want to test that theory? Wait, you need to teach this girl some damn manners. We'll be drowning in complaints if she treats patrons like this. I'll have you know I butter my clients up so much they're a big slippery mess when I'm done with them. I'll be just fine, I promise. I bet they get slippery, but not from butter. What? That's not what I meant, I swear it! What are you getting all flustered for? You're a whore just like the rest of us. On a somewhat related subject, where exactly did you pick up some of these mannerisms? Huh? Why do you ask? They seem pretty normal to me. It'd be quicker to list the things about you that are normal than aren't. There's actually a majorly huge story behind that. Oh, is that so? And what would that be? You weren't raised by wolves in the wilderness and never learned how to behave like a normal person, were you? Not too far off, actually. When I was younger... Wait. You don't have to. No one's forcing you to say anything if you don't want to. I didn't grow up with my parents. I lived with a bunch of really nice men and I learned a lot from them. Didn't even know my name until they told me. Pardon? Thought my name was Me till I was around 5, but then one of the nice men told me I was actually Jiren. He was super duper disappointed in me. Called me the dumbest broad I ever known. Talk about rude. But they kind of rubbed off on me, so that's probably what you're seeing. Well, certainly is a story. Is that not good enough for you? I'll just say the nice man was absolutely right. How rude. It's genuinely concerning how stupid this girl is. Anyway, food time. Whew. I'm stuffed. It's amazing how much of a difference the little bread makes. Glad you enjoyed it. Because starting tomorrow, you gotta work if you want to eat. Aye, boss. Alright, she'll be working here too. That almost slipped my mind. She seems like such an innocent girl. So far removed from carnal desire. Yet she'll be out there selling her body, letting them put their filthy hands all over it. What's up, Morgs? You've been staring at my face something fierce. What? I was just admiring the unusual color of your skin. Ah, yeah, not from around these parts. I'd like to go back home someday, but who knows if that'll ever happen. Home. You did say she was taken from her home and sold off. Why? I imagine that would make it difficult to go back. Speaking of, you and Nicopa look kind of similar skin color-wise. Do we? We're deaths both on the darker side. Wish I had super pretty white skin like yours, boss. I appreciate the compliment, but most everyone around here is really fair. My skin's nothing special. Just because we both have tan skin doesn't necessarily mean we're from the same region. Where are you from, Jackie? Jackie? What a dang adorable nickname, ain't it? I would very much appreciate if you never called me that again. Oh, but it's so cute. Back to the question of where I'm from. I don't remember. My earliest memory is I was already living here. Chances are things weren't great wherever it was, otherwise I would probably remember something. Oh, darn, that's too bad. But you know, Jackie, maybe where you came from is close to where I came from. Go back a few generations, and maybe we even share some family. Meet your guests who probably come from the same part of the world as me. If you go back far enough, you might even find we share ancestors. But who knows? I told you to stop calling me that. I suppose there's a chance you're right about that. That makes us family then, Jackie. Get off me. Let go, damn it. Oh, wow, she seems to have taken quite the liking to you. Why did I just think that I wish he had said that no, they weren't? Once it started getting dark out, the kitchen became a deserted wasteland. The girls went off to work, and he went home. The brothel was divided into two distinct work and living areas. If it weren't, and they used the whole building for business, I probably would have run off long ago. I'd only ever been in the work area during the day, and though it was largely masked by the scent of various incenses burning through the night, it was filled with the unmistakable raw stench of man. Cleaning it always put me in a dour mood. Corpses I gathered and buried were far less repulsive. In the living area, there was the kitchen, storage areas, and a large hall of sorts, which the girls used as a communal bedroom. They would stumble in after a long night of work and all sleep together like a big family. Made a point of sleeping off in the corner. It wasn't strictly necessary since I slept while they worked and vice versa. I could just never seem to make myself comfortable sleeping in the middle of such a big empty space. Today was slightly different, though. I wasn't sleeping alone. Jiren was there, which I suppose shouldn't have surprised me. Let's sleep together, Morgs! Absolutely not. Oh, why not? Dislike people putting their hands all over me. Makes me uncomfortable. I see. So what, you're opposed to snuggling, not sleeping together? And here I thought you didn't like me. I was about to cry. Still too early to decide how I feel about you. Why going off? Okay. We only met today. All the more reason we should sleep together. Spoken like a true prostitute. What way does that make any sense? Simple. Best way to get to know me better is through some good old-fashioned spooning. Words don't got nothing on plain physical contact. That's how to get to know someone's really like on the inside. Choice of words makes it sound incredibly improper. Besides, I start work tomorrow, which means I probably won't get another chance to sleep with you for a while. So it's gotta be tonight, please. Fine. But only if you agree to give me enough space. At least let me finish my sentence. There is 0% chance that she's going to give any amount of space. At all. 0% chance. It's as likely that she gives plenty of space as it is for her to spend the rest of the evening in quiet contemplation. It's equal chances. Gotta get in there before you have a chance to change your mind. Feels like we've adopted a dog. I promise, I'm 101% human. Never said you weren't, just that. Never mind. Take it back. It's not like we got a dog. It's like a tornado dropped in and made a horrible mess of my day. That's Jiren for you. You just wait. I'll crack that big old icy shell of yours soon, Morgs. Is that really how I come off? Out of curiosity, are you not afraid of being so close to me? Huh? Why would I be? When you first saw my face, you thought I was caused by some kind of disease. Are you not concerned that still might be the case? That, you might catch whatever it is? Hmm. Well, you probably wouldn't be here if it was something contagious. Sweet as Maria is, she wouldn't keep you around if she thought you might get the other girl sick. And nobody else seemed all that concerned at breakfast. Which means whatever those marks on your face are, Morgs, they're probably not a danger to anyone else. Surprised. You actually have something resembling a functioning brain. Believe it or not, I'm super duper smart. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. I'm going to stick with the not. Very hard on the not. Now that I know isn't true. But anyway, I'm talking more emotionally. You can logically understand that I probably don't pose any danger and still be uncomfortable. Still want to keep your distance. I know several of the girls do. And I can't blame them either. They need to be healthy to work, to make their living. Nothing wrong with wanting to avoid any potential risk, no matter how small. Or perhaps they don't even realize they're doing it themselves, in which case there's nothing anyone can do. Not sure how much help I can be, since I don't really get why anyone would want to keep the distance from you. But I don't think it's that hopeless. If they don't realize they're doing it, then you just have to open their eyes. Easy peasy. Make them realize. And then tell them, stop trying to avoid me. You have the right at least to that much. I really think you need to be a little more assertive, Morgs. No one's going to get mad if you stick up for yourself every once in a while. They will, though. Well, who will? All man's suffering is purposeful. It's all part of God's plan, his trial for us on this earth. He would be very displeased if I were to turn my back on his plan for me. I really think you're overthinking it, Morgs. Less on fun things means more room for fun things, and more fun things is always better. Do you call your life fun? Huh? You were taken from your home and now you work as a prostitute in the slums of a strange country. Do you call that fun? It just seems depressing to me. Nope, I'm perfectly happy. Not a sorrow in the world. Oh, phew. Yeah, you okay? I've never, mind you, for the most part, used electric razors, but there was definitely a time where I tried, like, regular razors. And they do get a closer shave. If I cared about that, I would use a regular razor. But man, I never was a shower shaver. It was always like before shower, over the sink, and then, take the shower to make sure it all washes off. I don't hate shaving cream. I don't know. I don't like shaving. It seems like one of those things that's just a waste of time. But like I get bothered when the hair gets too long, so you have to do something. And, electric razor is the nice middle ground. Really? Huh. The actual shaving cream doesn't bother me at all. It's just kind of, I feel like it's just too long of a process and too much of a waste of time for me for like a regular razor. Though there will be times in my life where I will want a closer shave, and the electric razor only gets so close, but it works for most of my days. I can imagine if shaving cream smell makes you vomit, electric's kind of the way to go then. Thankfully, there's that solution. I guess that, or worst case, you just let it grow really long and take a pair of scissors to it occasionally. Yeah, so it's kind of. Oh, see, clearly I don't get bothered by it too much. It's once it starts getting long. Once there's like mustache, it's like I get like any food near it. It's like, nah. And when it starts getting too long, it just gets itchy. Like I tried to grow it pandemic year, 2020. I definitely tried growing the beard, but I didn't even think it really looked that good. Like, I thought maybe like, oh, I could grow a beard, maybe that'll work. I really like. I recently went back and watched some of the clip videos, and like that was one of them. I was like, no, not a good look. Not a good look. I didn't mind the mustache. I was trying to get it to twirl more, and it never really did. I had mustache wax and everything, and I never really got it to be like a mustache like that. My hair just wants to go straight down, both head hair and face hair. It just wants to be a straight line down, which isn't awful, but it just doesn't work that great for me. I mean, when in doubt, it's better to treat cuts seriously. because you never know. You don't want it to get, like, infected and really garbage. So, no, I wouldn't call it overkill. You really do want to just be careful with cuts like that. So, excuse me. The beer days were weird. It was an attempt. I can say I tried that. And I can also say, no, wasn't for me. So. Hasn't been a single day in my life I felt sad or depressed or like life sucks. I mean, sure, there are days when I think it'd be nice to see my mom again, but I don't really have time to worry about anything other than the here and now, and as far as I'm concerned, now is always the best time of my life. Wow, you couldn't get more anti-Morgana. Don't got any room to feel bad about anything. I see. You're quite the optimist. As much as it almost burns. Consider myself lucky to have ended up at this brothel. Everyone's amazing. Then I pray you'll find yourself at home here. Aw, you're kind of sweet, Morgs. Kind of. Slip of the tongue. You're always sweet. Say, Morgs, how'd you end up here a couple years back? I was sewn into a carriage by a strange man and brought here. No chance of ever returning. Not taken, but sold. Though ultimately the difference is insignificant. You were? Came through a similar route as you. Oh, huh. Guess it makes us peas in a pod. Not at all, or anything but. Nowhere near as optimistic as her. Never mind energetic and cheerful. No, don't be foolish, Morgana. It's not why we're not alike. It's because I'm God's chosen daughter. I have absolutely no reason to feel inferior to a mere prostitute. We're nothing alike, and we must never be. You're so warm, Morgs. I'm gonna sleep great tonight. Such a disgrace. Lord Barnier, we are very much interested in seeing the saint's miraculous powers for ourselves. I knew it would not be long before someone asked. We're much too healthy to see the effects of the miracle in ourselves, after all. Which, of course, is anything but a problem. Falling ill would only serve to interfere with our ability to enjoy these feasts. Well said, my lord. Which is why I have arranged for a most fortuitous slave to have the miracle performed upon. Bring him in. Yes, sir. Yeah, he's, As you can see, the slave is on the verge of death. He can hardly even walk on his own 2 feet. Under any other circumstances, I would keep such an unseemly thing out of sight as to not tarnish your festive mood, my guests. But I believe he will serve as a fine sample on which to test the miracle's efficacy. Wants to test my miracle? Rejoice, slave! Good fortune shines upon you. You heard me, daughter of God. This poor slave is in need of your assistance. Give unto him your blessing, if you would be so gracious. I don't care how you try to dress it up, Lord. My miracle is not a show for your parties. Oh my, so you refuse to heal him then? After making such a scene about how your blood is for the sick, the poor, and the suffering at that. Even a saint's dignity has its limits, I understand. You don't want to be sullied by this filthy old slave. Never said any such thing. Then you know what you must do. Do not make me intervene, daughter of God. I'm asking you to do this out of respect. I would happily give my blood for that man. Knew you would come around. Let's see, where should we let your blood from? See no point in wasting unmarred flesh for a mere slave. Your fingertip will do nicely. You can drink the blood directly from the cut. Because I certainly don't have any goblets to spare for him. Let us begin then, shall we, O daughter of God? Drink, slave, suck upon the blood that spills from her finger. Do not let even a single drop go to waste. Tell me, slave, has your ailment been remedied? If it has, leap into the air for my guests. I am cured, my lord. Behold, I am cured. Oh, splendid and undeniable miracle. Look, my lord, I'm cured. I'm in better shape than ever. You've seen more than enough. Stop hopping around like a filthy swamp toad. Yes, my lord. You're dismissed, slave. But first, give your thanks to the saint and all my guests who bore witness to your miraculous recovery. Thank you so much, sirs and madams. Thank you so much, O holy saint. And now that you've borne witness to the blood's power, I'm sure you're all eager to try some for yourselves. What? Well, certainly, my lord. With such a potent elixir, our good health is all but assured. Indubitably. Please stop this. Do not take any more of my blood. I'm begging. And he's not the type that cares about that at all. Lost too much blood. I can barely think straight. Suppose I might have overdone it today. You did not come cheap, Saint, so I won't have you dying on me until you've at least provided your gold's worth of entertainment. Actions are an affront to God. My miracles are only for those in need. Is that the only thing you know how to say? I'm rather tired of hearing it. Will gladly offer my blood for any other ailing slaves. But you and your guests are perfectly healthy. You are merely squandering God's gift on yourselves. You foolish little girl! What? Let me tell you something, Saint. I don't believe in your miracles. How can you say that after seeing that slave boy drink my blood and be healed? What more proof do you need? It's all a show. Well, told him to feign being ill and cured, or I would send him to the deepest chambers of the dungeon. Even a dog will wear a cat's skin if his life depends on it. So what did you think of his performance? Impressive, no? What? Then why do you keep taking my blood? All I and my guests desire is a good time. You're nothing more than an exhibit for our entertainment. No, wrong. My blood does have miraculous powers. I proved it back at the village. Hardly matters either way. Whether you're a saint or a lowly peasant girl is inconsequential. All that matters is that you continue to play the role of a saint. What's the matter? Are you disappointed? Upset? You're welcome to cry, wail, and gnash your teeth like a sniveling little child. That'd be entertaining in its own right. Shout at the top of your lungs that you're not a saint, that it was all an act, and beg to be set free. Who knows? Perhaps they might lose interest in you then. I am the daughter of God. I will never claim otherwise. I see. Then nothing changes. You will continue to offer your body and spirit at my feasts. Why are you so insistent on remaining a saint, Morgana? Is that Mother's voice? What do you have to gain from handing out these blessings for nothing? It's my sacred responsibility as the daughter of God to help all those in need. You know, maybe if her mother didn't lie to her and it was just like, yep, sorry, no father, her life could have been drastically better. How noble of you, Morgana. How honorable to not cast aside your duty in the face of such misery. It is the reason I was placed upon this earth. Tell me this. Are your offerings genuinely altruistic? What? Are they, Morgana? Or do you simply do it out of a desire to call yourself benevolent? When the people of your village sang your praises, when you crushed the man who accused Mother of being a charlatan, you reveled in it. I did not. There's nothing wrong with that, though. It's a perfectly normal reaction. Having pride, feeling a sense of superiority are perfectly human emotions, especially in a child as young as you. The reason you feel shame about your pride, however, is the very source of that pride, your identity as the daughter of God. Free yourself from those chains and the guilt they cause you. Go back to being an ordinary little girl. You can do that. Remove the chains and pass them on to me. No! Hands off, you silly. What an awful nightmare. Dreaming about my time at the Lord's Manor is bad enough. But go back to being an ordinary little girl? No, absolutely not. It's not an option. My whole life would become meaningless if I were to do that. Not that I could ever call myself normal with a face like this. There's nothing ordinary about me. If I were to lose my position as the daughter of God, I'd be nothing but a hideous child. In about a week's time, Jiren had made herself thoroughly at home in the brothel. She had evidently found herself quite a few fans among the clientele, some of whom came specifically to see her. Most found her peculiar, hyper-energetic disposition overwhelming at first, but quickly warmed up to her. Not a single person seemed to dislike her, at least among those I came in contact with. Her second week, Jiren started branching out beyond the brothel. On her days off, she would go down to the pub and sing for the audience on a makeshift stage of tables. Her first day performing, she dragged me with her, claiming she was too nervous to go alone. So I sat in the corner as she sang. Everyone was quite surprised at how well she could sing, and they were particularly drawn to her unfamiliar melodies. Perhaps they were songs from her home country, or perhaps she had picked them up elsewhere. But regardless, her music and exotic appearance made for an enchanting performance. When it was over, the audience roared with applause, and I was convinced she was a much better choice to sing for them than me. The true self, of course. I mean, you know, when you talk to yourself in your dreams, totally normal. Totally, perfectly normal stuff. By the third week, even Maria had begun to come around. At first, the most approval Jiren could squeeze out of Maria was an exasperated sigh at something dumb she said or something careless she did. But as her popularity grew, and with it the customer base, Maria softened up. "Man, I'm glad to have you working here," she said with a big grin, patting Jiren on the back. To me, Maria's motivation seemed rather shallow, but considering she ran the brothel in all but name, it should have come as little surprise that she was so easily swayed by money. Keeping the doors open is pretty important. 4 weeks after her arrival, there was no one around who didn't know Jiren. The peacekeepers had all taken quite a liking to her as well, particularly the number one man, the big one whose name I had trouble remembering. Whenever he ran into her, he would say, "Hey there, Jiren, I'm fresh out of coin, but you want to spend the night together?" No money, no business. Don't be such a killjoy. All the men in my life, in fact, had warmed up quite noticeably to her, including him. At meals, there was seldom a quiet moment. And there was nothing wrong with that. I should have been pleased to see everyone so merry. I should have been happy. I should have celebrated their joy. But by the time a full month had passed, I found myself avoiding Jiren at every opportunity. Huh? Who could that be at this hour? I'm coming. Calm the hell down. Good morning, Jackie! Wait, don't close the door on me! Bad enough with mornings as it is. Last thing I need to start my day with is a human noisemaker. That's not very nice. I thought we were friends, Jackie. I'm here on business, too, not to play around. Christ, fine. What business and make it quick. House call. Wait, you didn't even let me finish before you started closing the door. First, you don't even do a house call. Second, it's past closing hours. Yeesh, you're no fun. Maybe I'll start calling you Jackie Joke Killer. Can't you at least play along for a bit before shooting it down? Why am I the one being criticized? It's way too early for this shit. I'll have you know, I've never been fun. That's true. You're about as much fun as a virgin client. What? Did you just say? You just call me? Wee, you open the door. So seriously, what are you here for? Obviously not a house call. Well, if you want, I can make it one. Not a chance in hell. Get to the point now before I toss you into the latrine. Now, calm yourself. As someone famous once might have said, every minute angry is a day off your life. What do you think is making me so angry? Anyway, Maria needs some supplies acquired urgently. Looking for someplace willing to part with some lumber, free if possible. Lumber? What for? Lost the floorboard last night. You did? Or did someone get a little too into it? Oh man, you have no idea. This big old gorilla guy comes in snarling like he wants to eat us alive, starts getting it on and bangs a hole in the floor. No joke, and he doesn't stop either. All the girls are taking turns with him because just one's not enough to keep up. Place is howling all night long. Wow. Sounds like quite a strenuous night. Yep, sure would be, if it really happened. Truth is, it was just an old rotted board. I swear to God, girl! Never going to get that image out of my head either. Aw, you're blushing, Jackie. You'd never know you were a regular at a whorehouse. Not a regular, and you damn well know it. Why are you even coming to ask me for help anyway? Clearly you can handle a little shopping trip of your own. Yeah, I kinda figured you'd say that. Thought it wouldn't hurt to ask, though. Okay, I'm out of here, then. It's past closing hours. I said as much myself a moment ago. You just got off work, and she's visibly exhausted. Wait, it's fine. I'll take care of it. You go back and get some rest. Ah, you're so sweet, Jackie. Maria was totally right. If pressuring him doesn't work, pull back. Act defeated and he'll fold quicker than the floorboard. Damn you, Maria. Okay, so that's all you needed, right? You're done here? Or is there something else? Got off work and I'm super crazy tired, but I fought through it and came all the way out here. And? So just maybe you should be offering me a drink, or 10. Okay, fine, you win. It's not like you'll back down if I tell you no anyways. Come in, sit wherever. Whee! So tell me something, June. How much longer are you planning on working at the brothel? Oh, where'd that come from? Just curious. Sounds kind of like you don't want me there. Never said that. In fact, your presence has been quite the boon. Maria's very pleased with the uptick in business. Then why do you ask? Because it's not a line of work anybody should be in for any longer than necessary. Ah. You're still struggling with money? Actually, I don't have anything I need to pay back anymore. Now I'm just saving up for myself. All the more reason you should consider getting out. Find somewhere you can put one of your other talents to use. I don't know, I'm not really overflowing with talent. I can think of one at least. Your performances at the pub. They're always a huge hit. Singing isn't the most stable of careers, no, but neither is prostitution. So if you were to choose, I'd say you may be better off going with the one that's easier on your body. Me, a singer? Man, the girls are so good to me though, and I'd feel awful hopping off the boat after only 1 month. You can't put yourself second to some feeling of indebtedness. It's your life and your body to take care of. It's no one's responsibility but your own. Do what you think is best for yourself, not what you think you should be doing for others. What's so funny? For all you try to pretend otherwise, deep down you're a real sweet guy, Jackie. I'm just telling you what the logical thing to do in this situation is. Most logical businessmen would try to chase off their workers. They'd work them till there's nothing left. That's just how it is. Prostitutes are a dime a dozen. In the grand scheme of things, they're not important enough to fret about, because you can replace them easy, I suppose. But you know, this brothel's different. Maria and I don't have a manager to answer to. No greedy bastard running the place, intent on working everyone to the bone. It was built up by the girls, so as one of the girls yourself, I'm sure they'll respect whatever decision you make. Maria values your opinion, too. Yeah, she said the same thing when I first showed up. That it's not my job to keep for very long. It's not a job you keep for very long. I'll give it some thought. I'm glad. Never even occurred to me that I could make a living singing. Well, actually, I don't think it ever even occurred to me to think about my future much at all. You're a good guy, Jackie, and Maria a good boss. Just doing what anyone else would. So, I generally try not to pry, but I've been wondering, where were you before you came here? What? Wow, you're really talkative today, Jackie. Just in an inquisitive mood. It's been nagging at me for a while now. How low her threshold for satisfaction seems to be. I mean, out here, everyone learns to be happy with what they can get, but June in particular feels a bit extreme. You already know about how I was abducted, right? Yeah, I've heard about that. Twice, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. First time was when I was real little. Though I wasn't targeted, it was during a raid. A couple bandits busted in, killed my mom and dad as I watched. You know, casually, they spared me, luckily. Sold me off to work in the field somewhere as a slave instead. One day while I was out on a supply run, I got swiped up and sold off again. It wasn't until about 2 years back when I started working as a prostitute. I was in a different city for a while, then I ended up here. And that about covers it. What's wrong, Jackie? I just wasn't expecting something quite so bleak. Never guessed from how she acted. Well, pretty much everyone in the slums has their own sad story, don't they? Some more than others, maybe. Luckily, I never had a bad master. Everyone was really nice. I always had food and a place to sleep. So I never felt like I had it bad. I think that more than qualifies as having it bad. No. You never felt like you got the short end of the stick? I don't even know what the stick looks like. Never mind which end is the short one. Well, I'll tell you, it's the one you were given. Your parents were murdered. Your life suddenly turned upside down. Some strange man decided you were worth this much money, selling you into slavery. You should be furious. You think you're happy right now, but let me tell you this. There's not a damned scrap of happiness to be found down here at the bottom of the ladder. It's not until you're a few rungs up, when you're not living in scraps and treated like garbage, that you'll find anything resembling real happiness. I don't know about that. As far as I'm concerned, if I'm enjoying myself, I'm happy. Doesn't matter if I'm rich or poor or hungry or what. Sorry for losing my cool like that. It's not my place to decide what you are and aren't allowed to be happy about. Want to climb higher on the ladder, Jackie? Can't imagine there's anyone who doesn't. Except you just told me you were satisfied right where you are, so I guess that proves me wrong. But I can tell you that me and the gang are thoroughly through putting up with the status quo. Yeah, boy do he. We're holding out well enough for the time being because we're young and healthy, but here in the slums, that's only worth so much. Huh. Honestly, I can't even think more than a few minutes ahead, so I've never really been concerned about my future. But I think the future you guys are shooting for sounds pretty great. Hope you succeed in creating your utopia. I wouldn't go so far as to call it that. Basically what it is though, right? You're trying to make a world a place where everyone's equal. Where everyone's got plenty of money and can go see a doctor when they get sick. Imagine having enough money and being able to see a doctor when you're sick. Truly far-fetched ideals. Where no one starves to death or gets sold into slavery. To be fair, we've gotten better about those. Sounds pretty sweet. I'm rooting for you. The goals are hardly so noble. Say what? Nothing. I agree. That would be a nice world to live in. My dissatisfaction doesn't arise from concern for the world or others. Hardly so selfless. Alright. I just remembered something super duper important, Jackie. That is, it's almost midsummer, which means festival time. Alright, it is happening, isn't it? I want to go. I'm stopping you. No. Wrong answer. Learn to read between the lines, Jackie. I want to go with everyone. Not what I expected her to say. Gather all the girls at the brothel, your peacekeeper bros. Let's get everyone together and join the festivities. Seems a bit too large of a group. Okay, then we can limit it to just the cool people, either way. You know, that might not be such a bad idea. Wow, is the world ending? I didn't expect you to say yes so quickly. Want to say that one more time, girlie? I was sure you were going to get all huffy and fight me over it for at least half an hour. Bunch of slum dwellers going to the city proper is asking for misery. Unless you enjoy being treated like rats, you would be better off celebrating at the pub or people you know. And on and on and on. Is that what she thinks I sound like? I won't pretend I'm thrilled about the idea, but I've also never taken her to a festival before, which is why I thought it might be worth considering. You mean morgues? Morgues? Anna would never speak to me again if I ever called her that. Correct. Yes. Yes, Morgana. It seems to me like you're especially nice to her, Jackie. You had a crush on her or something you've fallen head over heels for? Excuse me, who in the right mind would fall for a child that young? Can't deny you care about her, though. You wouldn't do as much as you do for her if you didn't. I never said I didn't care for her. She's just pretty sure she doesn't have anyone else. So someone's got to look after her. Oh, so she's like a little sister to you. Pretty sure she doesn't see me the same way, though. Yeah, I think she hit it right on the nose there. Imagine this is about what it would be like if I had a sister. Anyway, Morgs means a lot to you. That much is obvious to anyone. So how about you ask her if she wants to come to the festival? You live with her. It'd be much simpler if you did it. She's kind of been keeping her distance lately. Oh, did something happen between you two? Nothing I can think of. Maybe she feels like when I showed up I invaded her territory. And she doesn't like me because she doesn't feel as much at home anymore. So, she's being sulky? Didn't realize she was capable of getting moody. Jackie, that's being super superficial, you know? Sure, she can be a pretty tough nut to crack, but she is an 11-year-old girl. She gets happy and sad and upset as much as anyone else. Try as might, I simply can't envision it. So you ask her to come, Jackie. Put your heart and soul into it. You get her there and we'll all have fun at the festival. And it'll smooth everything out between me and her. Putting my heart and soul into it might be counterproductive. But sure, I'll see if she's interested when I go to apply her ointment today. Thanks a bunch. Well, I should get back. Catch you later, Jackie. Take care. Hi. Morgana sulking about and avoiding Jiren. There's an unexpected development. Or maybe I'm just not paying enough attention. Anyway, I should head out and take care of business. Excuse me? No, absolutely not. You could at least pretend to consider the offer. It's not even worth dignifying with an act. Why would you even think of inviting me was a good idea anyway? Seems perfectly reasonable to me. There's no harm in changing things up once in a while. Give yourself a little break from spending every day in this depressing little graveyard. The very prospect of attending a festival is considerably more depressing. Come on, could be fun. Don't dismiss it without... Look at my face. Surely you're not so foolish as to not realize it would mean exposing my face, to heavens knows how many strangers. You're right, I'm not. So many people there, and everyone will be caught up in the festivities. No one's going to bother stopping to scrutinize some random girl's face. So you're likely to get significantly less attention in such a crowd. Like they say, the best place to hide a leaf is in the forest. Of course, I don't think you should be afraid to go out any day, festival or not. As far as I'm concerned, there's no reason for you to hide your face at all. It's easy for you to say. It's not my intention. I understand how significant an issue it is for you. But this festival is a once-a-year thing, and where's this even coming from anyway? What possessed you to suddenly ask me to the festival? Well, you know, I don't know. It was Jiren's idea? What? Jiren's idea. She dropped by this morning, and after making quite the racket, she brought up the upcoming festival. So, you're saying you're inviting me because Jiren asked you to? Well, I mean, the biggest reason is because you weren't in any condition to participate in an event like this the last couple of years, so I wanted you to experience it this year. Enough, please. This is all for Jiren, isn't it? What? She's concerned because I haven't been speaking with her much lately, right? Well, yeah, she is, but that's not why. Okay, I'll go. Really? Yes, for Jiren. I feel guilty knowing I've caused her so much distress. Dead weight at the brothel as it is. The last thing I want is to make things even worse by being a source of worry. So I'll go to the festival. Morgana, I don't think anyone wants to go out of some sense of obligation. If that's all, then go. You're done applying the ointment, aren't you? Morgana, please. Go. What's gotten into you? Why are you so upset? I'm not upset. Now please go away. I beg to differ. Okay, I'll leave. Just remember, the festival's there for you to enjoy it, alright? I'll remind you when the day draws closer. Definitely went about that the wrong way, huh? I hoped her mood would improve by the time the festival came around, but unsurprisingly, my hopes weren't enough to change anything, and Morgana remained distant. I feel like we haven't saved, so why not? She had always been a sullen, aloof girl, but when she was really upset, she completely closed herself off. Day after awkward day crawled by, and I soon began to wonder if inviting her had been a mistake. But after all that, I couldn't just march up to her and say, "Never mind, we're not going." so I was left to endure a long, uncomfortable week until the day the Midsummer Festival commenced. Midsummer, the celebration of the Nativity of John the Baptist, was an event observed across the land on or around the summer solstice. In our city, festivities lasted for roughly 10 days. A large bonfire burned in the square, vendors set up stalls selling food and trinkets, and girls wore crowns made of flowers, dancing in a parade down the street while onlookers whistled and clapped. The sheer vivacity that permeated the city was enough to make one forget about the Lord's venom coursing through it. Or perhaps that was the goal, an excuse to let loose and slip free of the Lord's iron grip, if only momentarily. We walked down the city's main street, observing the excitement unfolding around us. Our group was only 4 large. The other girls either split off into their own parties, or decided they would rather take the time to sleep. It had been some time since I last left the slums and visited the city proper. We weren't prohibited from entering the city, but wandering around in grimy rags only invited dirty looks, so most tended to avoid it. Nobody was eager to charge headfirst into a den of prejudice. But that all went away when festival time came around. Everyone was too busy enjoying themselves to go around condemning us for our appearance. Wait, it's a festival! We're at a festival! A real-life festival! Look, Morgs, look! We're really at a festival! Settle down. I heard you the first time. I do have eyes, you know. Settle down, but it's a festival! The whole point is to make noise and get wound up and go crazy! Make that much noise, they'll draw attention to us. No worries, everybody's doing it. We'll fit right in. Still. Looks like they're giving out flower crowns over there. Let's go get some, Morgs. Come on. Excuse me. I have no interest in... Let go of me. Wait, stop pulling. By all means, have fun, but try not to get separated. Seem to be getting along just fine. Jiren was telling me how Morgana was being distant, but it looks like she might have been reading too much into it. Wait, Jiren said that? I take it you didn't know either. Yeah, I had no idea actually. That's something you don't see every day. I was the first to catch on to any sort of friction between the girls. Yeah, I kind of stuck them both off in my peripheral since neither of them are prone to causing much trouble. So I haven't been watching Jiren or Morgana very closely. Damn, really do need to pay more attention, huh? Should have noticed if they had a falling out. Don't beat yourself up over it. You don't need to feel responsible for everything that goes on there, just because you got seniority. What, you worried about me? Think of it as more of a warning. Which, generally speaking, one gives because they're concerned. You know, I do wonders for what people thought about you if you could just find the stones to say, yeah, I am, instead of blowing smoke every time. If I were to say that, yes, I was worried about you, you'd have no hesitation saying exactly what you thought, that it made you want to hurl. Ah, am I that easy to read? Easier than you know. Hold on a sec. If Jiren and Morgana weren't talking, I assume she's not the one who invited her to come then. Nope, that was me. Did you really? Well, color me shocked. Both that you would ask a girl out and that Morgana would agree. She's taking a liking to you or something? Well, I guess that wouldn't be too much of a surprise with how much time you spend looking after her. Well, actually, she had a slightly different reason for agreeing to come. Oh? Oh boy, these crowds are crazy! So you weren't able to get any flower crowns? Nah, Morgs threw a huge fit before we could get there. Said she'd rather go swimming in a latrine than wear flowers. Never said any such thing. Not those words maybe, but you were objecting at least that much. What on earth did she say then? Yes, I objected, but only because the crowds were so bad we couldn't have gotten through. Oh, that's all? Can't say I'm surprised. You are both on the small side. Crowds the size could easily wash you away. Well, pardon me for being so small. Yeah, I said it was a bad thing. Sensing a bit more animosity between him and Morgana than her and Jiren. In that case, we can have Jackie go get them instead. Fine idea. Girls dig a man who knows how to step up and take the initiative. Yeah, girls love a guy who will be productive. Who'll be a pack mule. I think I missed that juke. Oh, Jacopo, you're such a hunk. And remember, one for each of us. Good grief. Okay, fine, you win, I'll get them. So drop the obnoxious flattery act before I spew chunks. 2 is fine, I don't need one. It's a festival, you know. You should wear something with a little more color for once. Change things up from your usual dreary garb. No, bad Jackie. 0 out of 10. No girl wants to be ordered around like that. Yeah, seriously. At least have some sense to say something like, you look positively gorgeous with a crown of flowers to accentuate your beautiful hair. Ah, I love it. It's so corny. I can taste it. Just make sure you top it off with, but flowers can never compare to your natural beauty. If you so much as utter a single syllable, I swear I will despise you for all eternity. Never in 1,000 years. Christ, 3 flower crowns coming right up. Stay there, right there where I can find you, okay? See you, darling. Do those girls ever get tired of heckling me? They were right about the crowds, though. I don't understand how so many people can care so much about a few free flowers. But I suppose when you're in a festive mood, frivolities tend to seem all the more attractive. Hey, watch where you're going. Hey, are you okay? I didn't think I bumped into you that hard. I'm fine. Just feeling slightly under the weather today. What are you doing at a festival of all things? Need a hand? No, but thank you. A curious woman. I get the impression she didn't want anyone to see her face either. She looked rather well off at that, from what I could make out beneath her robes. Noble, perhaps? Well, couldn't have been. Alright, no time to stand here and muse. I'm so sorry, I just gave out the very last one. You can't be serious. If only you had been here a few minutes sooner, you could have gotten some too. Damn it, if I hadn't been sidetracked by that woman. Thanks anyway, sorry for wasting your time. Hold up just a sec. I'm a lot of crowns, but I do have one spare flower you can have. I was saving it for myself, but I'm in a charitable mood. Uh-oh, are we gonna have to choose? Are you sure? It's meant for you. You're allowed to keep it. It looked like you were really counting on getting those crowns, though. No, hardly. Why did anyone care so much about a few flowers, anyway? Don't play dumb with me. They were gonna be for your sweetheart, right? You're being Don't be bashful, take it. I'm rooting for you. Bye, enjoy the festival. Thank you. We honestly haven't gotten a choice on these sections yet, and I don't know if we will, or if it would affect anything. But we're gonna save anyway. Yeah, it might be full linear, which is fine. But just in case, I suppose it's better to come back with something, rather than get my ears shoot off from both sides. Ah, there he is! Counting exactly 0 crowns, so you weren't able to get any either. Showed up 3 seconds too late, they were all out. It's a bummer, what you gonna do? You say free and everyone comes running? No, you gotta hit them with something a little more girly. Well, they are really pretty, I can see why everyone like them. You already blew your chance. And speaking of blowing it, Jacopo, we send you out on one little errand and you can't even manage to pull that off? Worthless grunt. Honestly, probably, yeah. Now, who needs a lesson in acting like a girl? I'm so sorry, Jacopo. Thank you so much for going out there in the big, scary crowds just for us. Gagging from the sheer volume of bullshit erupting from your mouth. Hear me out, though. While I may not have been able to get the crowns you asked for, I was able to acquire an exclusive, one-of-a-kind flower. Not so worthless now, am I? Thank you, flower girl, whose name I never got. Yeah, not feeling it. If you were there, if you were three, maybe I'd be proud of you. And go get your own goddamn flowers. Whoa, relax. It is a nice flower, very pretty. And you never know, might even look better in someone's hair than a crown. I don't know, it's still only one. Never gonna stop complaining, are you? Not complaining, just wondering who you're gonna give it to. Oh. Shit, that is a problem. Right. Then I'll give it to... We do get a choice. It's gotta be Morgana, right? Like, it's gotta be, right? We gotta. Like, this... It's mine! Oh, fucking Jacopo. No, Morgana. Pick someone else. At least feign interest. Why do you think I'd be interested in a flower when I already told you I didn't want a crown? A single flower won't make you stick out as much as a whole crown, so I don't see what the problem is. Why are you so desperate to get me to wear a flower? Excuse me, how am I being desperate? Can you think of a better word to describe your stubborn insistence? Flower would clash horribly with my face anyway. Or are you trying to turn me into a laughingstock? You really need to do something about that cynicism. As I've told you several times already, no one cares how you look. They're too distracted. Not being cynical. You're a cold-hearted monster if you believe I can simply turn off my anxiety about my appearance. You don't have to put it in your hair. If you prefer, you can just carry it with you. But I'd like it to go to good use. Then give it to Maria or Jiren. I swear, it's like I'm arguing against a brick wall. Okay, let's try this again. We haven't talked much recently, so think of this as... Just take it, please. I look like an oaf waving this damn thing around. I'm trying to shove it into my hands. Okay, there. It's all yours now. Don't you dare throw it away either. What on earth is his problem? Is there any help in a guy like that at all? Now you understand how you can spend so much time in a brothel and still be single, don't you? Oh. Ow. Yep, he's completely hopeless. So the crowds have thinned out a bit, following the parade, I guess. How about we go check out the stalls and get some grub? Wee, meat! Let's gobble down kebabs till we burst! Oh, man. Sorry to burst your bubble, kid, but everyone's selling meat packed up for the day. Huh? Hey, I figured I'd find you guys somewhere around here. Oh, hello, Gretchen. What did you mean they packed up for the day? Exactly that. Short on supplies. All ran out this morning. This is just day one. Who knows how bad it'll get the rest of the festival. No, not the meat. Anything but the meat. Let me guess, everyone's all out of meat because you ate it all, beefcake. God, I fucking wish I had. Also, I have a name, you know. I always use nicknames for my friends, no exceptions. And his nickname gets to be Beefcake? Yeah, there's no preference here. Also, no, she calls Maria Boss. I was about to say, yeah, Boss, Jackie, Morgs, and Beefcake. I wonder where her attention lies. Oh, well, in that case, you're really okay with her calling you that, Gratian? I would have expected them to stock up on supplies in anticipation of the higher demand during the festival. Bet they tried, but the damn Lord's leeching up everything he can get his grimy hands on. You think the bastard would have learned his lesson 2 years ago, but no, just been getting worse. God, this whole city needs to get off its lazy ass and tell the Lord they ain't gonna stand for his shit. Doubt many people are interested in risking execution to express their discontent. The number of hangings has risen significantly of late. He seems to be purging any dissenters he can find. Don't you think it's high time we got started, Yukopo? Started on what? What do you think? Our second uprising? Lower your damn voice, you oaf. There's no telling who might be listening. Kid, they'd have to be standing right next to us to hear anything in all this noise. Way I see it, we're safer talking here out in the open than having secret meetings. Did you hear anything I just said? It's getting less safe every day. You know, we're pretty damn organized, if I do say so myself. Our numbers are growing, and I'm making sure everyone knows their way around a sword. Instead of just having him giving him a little nick in the bollocks like last time, I say we go all out and start a revolution. Rip the sick fuck down from his bloody throne. Revolution? What do you say? Think we could pull it off? That's right, probably could. No, it's not a good idea right now. Why the hell not? What, you're not flaking on us now, are you? What happens if we succeed? Assuming we can dethrone the Lord, what next? What if whoever takes his place is equally avaricious? Anyone will be better than who we got now. It leaves too much to chance. And even if his successor is more reasonable, we'd still be executed for treason. So you're saying we sit on our thumbs and deal with it? If only we could find a noble to join our cause. Someone as flagrantly contemptuous as him is bound to have made a few enemies among the upper class. Having the nobility involved would certainly give us more of a leg to stand on. Hey, how about you guys just let it go already? Why? You're not going to find any nobles willing to stand up to the Lord. They say he murdered the previous lord, as well as anyone who opposed them, their families, and their associates. No one's gonna side with a bunch of plebs. The smart thing to do would be to shut up and suck it up. The lord's not immortal. He'll die of something eventually, so you don't need to stick your necks out just to hurry the process. Can't be serious. Wait for him to die? With things as bad as they are? Food's getting more scarce by the day, and people are getting executed left and right just because the lord doesn't like what they're saying. The city's not going to last for more than another few years. Everyone in the slums will either be dead or run off way before then. Can't imagine that'll be good for business. Well, but still, it's not something a bunch of slum rats could even hope to pull off. Get your heads in the clouds. Just because you can dream it doesn't mean you can do it. Don't be a bunch of idiots, okay? God, would you listen to this broad? Every last one of them, I swear, I can't deal with it. Always so concerned with protecting their own skin. Excuse me, I'm not done dealing with you and your suicidal fantasies, too. That's fair.
Fishing!
Good luck fishing, Art. Hope you get something good. Hydrated. You want to take this out back, little bitch? Calm down, both of you. Ah. Has nobody caught Leviathan before? It's not even that rare. Has really nobody caught... That was one of the first ones I added. Because, like, obviously, that's a logical first edition, right? Like, that wasn't even one of the newer ones. That was, like, OG batch. Jeez. Alright. Congrats. You're the first person to fish up Leviathan. I didn't even make it that rare. You guys have definitely fished up way rarer things. Like, Alexander's considerably rarer. I don't remember the exact order of things, but it's definitely rarer. Congrats, though. Hey, somebody had to fish it up. We can continue this conversation at the pub. I still don't think it's a good idea to do it somewhere so public. Alright, fine. But let me tell you one thing. We're gonna have to do something, and damn soon. Even if it's a suicide mission. Anyway, I should probably get going. Don't want to be the fifth wheel in your group date. What? Does this look like a date to you? You're damn frickin' right it does. You got a girl in each arm and one to spare. Might have misjudged you, kid. Simply here as a representative of the brothel to ensure none of our employees find themselves in any harm. That's horseshit and we both know it. You don't have to be shy around me, bro. Want to bang 3 girls at once? Good on you. A man's got to be able to pull his weight, both in and out of bed. I never treat my friends with such disrespect. And if I were so crass, I would not be fit to assist with the brothel's operations. Whoa, whoa. You're kidding, right? Not in the slightest. Dude. Are you training to be a monk or what? That's not it. I've got it. They lack it in the size department downstairs. I'm so sorry, man. Hey, the fuck was that for? Sorry, my fist appears to have a mind of its own. Yeah, well, mine's of a mind to make you taste dirt.
He might actually.
Oh, is it now? Well, by all means. I'll be happy to take your spot as number 1. Fat chance, asshole. All men are idiots. Utter fools. You said it. Oh, I hear music from down there. People dancing around a big fire. Come on, Jackie. Come on, Beefcake. Quick, roll around in the mud and let's go dance. Alright, I'll let you off the hook, but only because Jiren asked. And I'd rather not snap my number 2 in half. Were you even paying attention, you blind oaf? I was 3 seconds from popping your damn shoulder right out of its socket. Ah, stop. Time. Fist down. You can grope each other all you want at the pub. Music started, so it's dancing time. Down to the square with you. Come on, let's go get moving. You two, Morgs. You can go on without me. Morgs, we'll never find you again in this crowd. Come on, loose, have fun, it's a festival. Anywhere but there, please. Too many people here already. Only be worse at the center of the square. So, please go on. You know, now that I think about it, we can dance just fine right here. What? No need to go down to the square. I'm a genius! Yeah, good point. What's important is that we have fun and make a lot of noise, not where we do it. Guess not everything that comes out of your mouth is hot air, Jiren. Why, thank you, boss. Wasn't really a compliment. Wait, what? No, you don't. You can barely even hear the music from here. This is no place for dancing. You should all just go down. What, you need some music? No problem. I'll go snag a barrel. I can bang out a funky beat for all y'all. Beefcake banging out a funky beat. Need more than just a beat to dance to, though. There should be some actual music. You don't actually need more than a beat. I think a beat is the bare minimum, actually, but Beefcake beats. Yep. He's exactly right. So you can all go down to the... Give me a sec. I'll go find some kind of instrument. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Borrow my loot? Absolutely not! I'll not allow a filthy rat like yourself to lay one finger... Don't hurt me, please. Okay, you can have it. I promise you will take very good care of it. Be extremely gentle, okay? Don't bang it around or be rough with the strings, okay? Kindly troubadour lent me his loot. You know, sometimes I forget you're as much a thug as the gorilla over there. Ooh, let's dance. Hold hands, everyone. I really have no interest in dancing, so if you would please leave me out. All set. Hit it, boys. There he goes. Oh, wait, stop pulling my arms. There they go. Whole world spinning. Why do I feel like you're getting faster? Just getting warmed up, girl. Faster, faster, faster. Shoo. Please stop spinning. That's what I'm talking about. Are you having fun, Morgs? I don't even know where I am right now. Don't get enough exercise. Gotta give your body a good workout every once in a while. Having the time of my life. You're always having the time of your life. You sure is? Come on, Jiren. Crank it up another couple notches. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Slow down, please. I know I told you not to speed up. To speed up, but this is a bit much. Zoom, 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 zoom. Whoa. Okay, seriously, this is a bit much. Going too fast. I don't know how to stop. I'll figure something out. Yeah, I just want a crash course for that wall. Stop spinning, whatever it takes. Make a stop. Stop. Ow. Shit. And they're all down for the count. Never in my life have I seen a mere dance take such a disastrous turn. So what are we going to do with them? What do you think? Shit. What? What's wrong? A string snapped. I had a blast today. Danced my butt off. Talked my mouth off. Got myself one heck of a goose egg. Bumps were not part of the plan. But yeah, I had a pretty good time too. Only wish we could have gotten some meat. Same, boss, same. But it was a good day anyway. It's exciting getting to go out with everyone. What about you, Morgs? Did you have fun? Yes, I did. Sweet beans! Of everything that happened today, I'd say my favorite has to be Janky and Beefcake brawling. Sure you enjoyed that. Of course, you can just go down to the pub and see that anytime you want. It's too bad Beefcake had to bail. Apparently he hasn't had his fill of excitement and went to meet up with some of the gang. Wow, wait, Beefcake sure lives up to his name. When it comes to vitality, I'd say you give Gratien a damn good run for his money. Oh yeah, and it was also nice to learn that Jackie's such a sweetheart. No good having a guy who doesn't really care about girls helping out a brothel. That would pose some problems, yes. Though I gotta ask, you have your eye on anyone in particular, Jackie? What? How many times are you gonna bring that up? Glad you're looking out for us, but you gotta look out for yourself too. Relieve some stress every once in a while. So if you got your eyes on someone, I say go for them, even if it's someone you work with. So how about it? Do you? Don't you? Sorry, but I've never much cared for this sort of talk. You're no fun. What about you? What? You know how it goes. Girls only bring the subject up because she's itching for someone to turn around and ask her. Wait. No, I never. So do you? Because I can totally pull some strings for you. I've been in this business long enough that I got contacts everywhere. Well, it's a simple yes or no question. I might have my eye on someone. See? What did I tell you? So who is it? Who's the lucky bastard? Ain't telling. Alright, then if you won't give me a name, describe him for me. He's got trouble expressing his feelings. Go on. Kind of looks angry a lot of the time. Oh yeah? Can be pretty haughty. What else? I think he's a pretty great guy. Is that so? What are you glaring at me for, Maria? That's nowhere near enough info to go on. I know, but if you do figure it out, don't say anything. Oh, no. That was more than enough information. But I hear you. You want to take things at your own pace. No problem. But I don't have a chance, so I'm not going to try and pursue him or anything. As long as he's happy, that's what matters most, even if it means he doesn't pick me. I want him to focus on what matters to him most. Jiren, God, you're such a little sweetheart. That old oaf doesn't deserve you. I'll find someone who'll treat you right. What? Thanks? Okay, now, I'm pretty sure I'm not being presumptuous and assuming, but never would have guessed. Okay, now you're at Morg's. Who do you... Hey, is that you, Jiren? What? You got some guts showing your face around here. It's this old drunkard's problem. Doesn't look like someone I'd want to associate with. You know this man, Jiren? Yeah, he was a client where I used to work, I think. Gotcha. Have any idea how bad you fucked me over, you little slut? Stop pulling on me! Like hell, you need a good whipping. Actually, what you need is a... Ow! You need to watch your damn temper, drunkard. Ow, the fuck is your problem? Get your hands off me! I wonder what his problem could possibly be. I'd like to know what your problem is. Yeah. This one here, I need her to do business. You prepared to pay for any damages you cause? Because from where I'm standing, you sure don't look like you're swimming in money. You little... Sure, even in your drunken stupor, you know what the smart thing to do would be. Okay, fine, I won't touch her, so get your goddamn hands off me. So I take it you're working down to the slums now, Jiren. Couldn't think of a better place for you to end up, you walking scourge. Thought I told you to back the hell off. Now, let's not get physical. I've already got bad enough of a reputation with the rest of the city. Well, black eye isn't going to change that a damn bit. Chill, let me take it from here. My fine sir, it sounds as though you and one of our girls have a bit of bad blood between you. I offer you my sincerest apologies, so could you perhaps consider this all water under the bridge? And why should I? How about this? You can comp a feel, right here, right now, completely free of charge. What the? Maria! For a slum rat, you ain't too bad to look at. Alright then, you got yourself a deal. Excellent, then come on over. You little... I can almost hear the sound of his balls being crushed. Good. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was going to give you a little massage, but my hand seemed to have slipped. You bitch. You fucking bitch. You're not very intimidating when you're hunched over and squirming, you know? I'll call the guards. You slum rat. They'll take care of you. Oh, what are you going to say? Help, please. That woman grabbed my balls and now I can't walk straight. Huh, they'll be too busy laughing to do anything. Just you wait, you little bitch. You will pay for this. I swear to God. Don't you show your ugly mug around me ever again. I found somewhere to wash my hands now. Boss, that was amazing! I think terrifying is a better word. Let me know if anyone else comes looking for a fight. Got your back. My loyalty for life! God, I never want to get on her bad side. Yeah, he totally walked up acting like he won't get command grabbed. I just imagine the whole Guilty Gear Strive animation of the Heavenly Potemkin Buster, but it's just a nutsack, and it's just... I'm sure that mod exists, let's be honest, but also... But you don't want to know what I did at the last place? If you want to talk, I'm all ears. Yeah. And if you don't, that's fine too. Everyone catches their fair share of shit in this line of work. Money problems, people problems, we all got problems. But even if you did screw up somehow, you're like family now. I'm not going to toss you out into the streets over a couple little blunders. Boss. And you got more than just me on your side. Isn't that right? Certainly wouldn't have stepped in if I didn't have some interest in your safety. Jackie. Tee, thank you. You were pretty impressive too. You had that guy's arm all twisted up in no time flat. I can see why you're the gang's number 2. Indeed. Exactly. Oh, is that a blush I see? Are you blushing? I am not. Family is someone who won't throw you out in the streets. That's what they're supposed to be. I hope that my father will not forsake me. Morgana? What? Being so quiet. And this is new? I guess not. It wasn't as bad as you thought it would be, was it? You're right, it wasn't. And we can do this again, whenever you want. We'll gladly invite you, or if you're feeling up to it, you can even invite us somewhere. It won't take long before you acclimate to all the excitement, to being around other people, interacting with them. Then you'll be able to enjoy yourself even more. Just thinking about it has me excited. Imagining you out there talking to people, smiling, laughing, acting like a girl your age. They can't come soon enough. You know. You're dreadfully insensitive. What? How does that make me insensitive? It just does. You really need to. Hey, get a move on, you two. We're heading back. Sorry, I'm coming. What? Hey! Morgs, let's sleep together tonight, Morgs. You act like this is some kind of special occasion. Come sleep with me every night you don't work. Only on days I don't work. It's not like I'm off every day, so yeah, I'd say it's a special occasion. Not a very long day, so I'd really like to... Hey! Hey! I had a super great time today. It's kind of felt like you've been distant lately, so it was really nice being able to spend a day with you. I haven't been... So you don't hate me or anything then? No, I don't. Oh, thank goodness! I don't have any reason at all to feel anything so hostile towards her. But for some reason, I do feel a strange discomfort in her presence. Whenever I see her talking to someone, laughing with them, something unpleasant wells up in my chest. What is this feeling? I don't understand the things I feel. We should go out again sometime. Teehee. I should get to sleep as well. I fully imagine she just has a straight binary on-off switch. She is all the way on, and then in the blink of an eye, total unconsciousness. And you ain't waking her for a full 8 hours. Fully imagine that. I can forget about everything in my dreams. This unpleasantness in my chest. This lump in my throat. Absolutely everything. Mother, you agreed with me. You said I was right. So why are you taking money from that man? Mother, why? Because you're worthless to me. Yeah, her mom was a great person. Cheers, the saint's blood and good fortune to all. Oh, I almost forgot. You need to eat too, don't you, daughter of God? I'm told consuming meat increases the amount of blood your body produces, so I've acquired some special exotic meat just for you. All I and my guests desire is a good time. You're nothing more than an exhibit for our entertainment. All that matters is that you continue to play the role of a saint. You're a damned witch wearing a saint's skin. Imagine looking forward to sleep when these are your nightmares. Presumably it's not every night. Though I do have to assume it's Probably frequent enough. Are you okay, Morgs? Yes, I'm fine. You don't look fine at all. You're paler than a ghost. What's wrong? Are you sick? Hold on, I'll go get someone. Don't. What? Don't get anyone. But you're... I'm fine, as I said. I apologize for waking you. Go back to sleep. I can't just go back to sleep with you looking like that. This isn't the first time this has happened, Morgs. I haven't mentioned it before, but you sometimes toss and turn real bad in your sleep, groaning and whimpering like you're in pain. Do you have nightmares about the places you used to be? I don't like to see you hurting, Morgs. You can tell me anything. I'll take some of the weight off to get it out. Then everything can be all happy and smiles again. Talking. That's it. Let the bad memories out. Replace them with all the fun we have. Stop talking. No. Stop acting like you know anything about me. It's not what I want to say. I'm not like you. I can't switch everything off and laugh like nothing is wrong. I must keep the ugliness inside. I can't let it out. Stop trying to make me into something I'm not and will never be. I can't stop. I can't keep it in. Stop trying to drag me down into your world, to rip me from my identity. Make it stop. Stop trying to make me into a normal girl. Please, make it stop. Morgs. Ugh. Hey, what's all the racket? Quiet down, would you? I was almost asleep. Hi, I'm sorry. But hold on, Morgs. Where are you going? Get back here. The pre-dawn air slithered over my skin. It crawled down my throat, warm and humid and unpleasant. It didn't cool me down as I had hoped it would, instead causing the heat within to build up further as I ran. The tight, squeezing, nauseating feeling swelled. My heart and spirit, which I had believed to be pure and clean and sacred, were now a putrid mire. The filthy air of the slums tainted me. This isn't who I am. This isn't me. With no goal, no direction in mind, I dashed down a barely lit alleyway. I don't let my emotions run wild. I know how to control my words. I don't feel animosity without reason. It's not what I'm supposed to be. I knew good and well Siren had meant me no ill will. Jiren, Maria, him, they all had the best intentions. I wasn't so blind as to not realize that. Those good intentions simply annoyed me to no end. And that, I finally realized, was what I was feeling. That was the source of all my discomfort. Every act of kindness felt as though it was being forced on me, so everyone was walking on eggshells around me. Every kind thing someone did only made me feel that much more pitiful. A life of cheer and excitement seemed like a distant dream. And I hated myself for how inferior that made me feel. But I couldn't take the hands being offered to me either. A couple years earlier, I would not have felt any of this. Any of these ugly, sad, pathetic emotions. If anything, I would have been proud that I had no place among regular people. So why was it all so agonizing now? Why did I feel like I wanted to scream at the top of my lungs? At some point in my frenzy, I had made my way fairly deep into the slums. Sunrise was approaching, but the stench of alcohol still hung thick in the air. And mixed in was a wide array of sharp body odors and excrement. Remaining here was unwise. However, I wasn't sure which way to go to get back out. Hey, chum, would you look at that? Girl it is. Happy days. Don't got the coin to go down to the warehouse. I have to get out of here. Gonna dash she is. I wonder how far she'll make it on them twiggy legs. Well, the resistance just makes it more exciting. Oh, Father, please lead me from this place. Hold on a sec. Look at that girl's face. That gives a rat's ass if she's ugly. What in the flying fuck is wrong with her face? You might have some kind of disease. Oh, hell no. My pecker ain't getting nowhere near that. Let's get out of here before we catch whatever she's got. You're always getting my hopes up. You and your disease can piss right off. As the men walked off, it wasn't relief that welled up within me. My knees gave out and I fell to the hard ground. Trembled not in fear but in unmitigated despair. The harsh words cut into me like so many blades. I'm not diseased. I'm pure, holy. My body and my blood are divine. I hadn't forgotten that was how people saw me. My nightmares did well enough to ensure I couldn't. Every time I passed by a mirror, I couldn't avoid the dreadful sight of my own face. My skin was rough and patchy every time I reached up to touch it. But even with those constant reminders, in my time at the brothel, nobody had ever acted outwardly prejudiced. They treated me like I was anyone else. At the festival, no one had said a word, but it struck me now that the only reason for that is because I was there with others. I had a renewed awareness of my own unpleasantness. A renewed awareness that no one saw me as a saint, but a hideous witch. That even desperate, drunk homeless men wanted nothing to do with me. My spirit shriveled. Anger welled up within me. I wanted nothing more than to scream. But I knew that if I did, it would only make me feel that much worse about myself. There you are! I've been looking all over for you! Morgs! It's not safe to be out at this hour. There's still all sorts of scary people in the streets. Let's go back, Kay? Come on. If I said anything to hurt or upset you, I'm sorry. I'm not good at the whole picking up on what people are feeling thing. Just stop. What? I don't want your pity. Huh? I hate being treated like that. I hate the way you're always acting like you feel sorry for me. I hate it. I can't stand it. No, it's not it. I don't. I hate you. I don't hate you. You're just a filthy whore. A dirty, blasphemous whore. Stop talking. This isn't how I actually feel. You're as impure as they come. I don't want to hurt you. You think your chastity is meaningless? You're just an animal. In fact, I envy your optimism, your unwavering positivity. I don't need your sullied pity. I'm so much more pure, so much more holy than you could ever hope to be. I hate myself more than anyone. I hate that I can't make it stop, that I keep saying these things I don't mean. Yeah, you're right. I'm not pure. You're absolutely right. What? You got the purest heart of anyone. I know that, so you don't need to get mad or sad or anything. What's wrong with you? How can you say that? Because it's true. Get angry. Huh? Did you not hear all the terrible things I said about you? Get angry at me. Insult me back. Hurt me as much as I hurt you. I'm not hurt, though. I'm not mad or upset about anything you said, so I have no reason to say anything mean to you. Of course she's not. No matter how much vitriol I spit, it just slides right off her. She remains unscathed. Meanwhile, I only get uglier and uglier. You're a damned witch. Hell no. Is she really a saint? You're the daughter of a... You're worthless. Ooh. Ooh. She's having a time. Morgs? What's going on? I can't breathe. I can't breathe. What's wrong, Morgs? Oh god, what do? Will rubbing your back make it better? I mean, you know, it's not helping at all. Someone, she needs help. Hey, you there, what's the ruckus? What, Siren? And Morgana? What's going on? What are you doing here? Jackie, Morgs just suddenly started having trouble breathing and nothing I do is making it any better. Stand back. Okay. She's hyperventilating. Okay, Morgana, listen to me. I need you to calm yourself. You need to exhale. Breathe out. Don't worry, it'll be all over soon. Slowly, breathe out, slowly. That's good. I'll be right here the whole time. Don't you worry one bit. No one's gonna hurt you. You're safe now. You're okay. Oh, thank goodness. It looks like she's all better. I was scared stiff. We're lucky you showed up, Jackie. What were you doing out this early, though? Gang takes shifts doing patrols. I happen to be on duty right now. I'd like to ask you the same thing. What the hell are you two doing in this rat's nest? About that. I know, lots of reasons. None of them is an excuse for two young girls to be alone in a place like this. You're prime targets for the kind of scumbags who tried to go after you. No one came after us. No one would target someone who looks like me. I have all the proof I need of that. And what caused that? Morgana. Hey, I'm gonna head back, Jackie. It's a good idea. I'll accompany the two of you. No, I'll be fine on my own. The sun's out, and all the scary people have gone away. Excuse me? You're going back alone? Well... Figure Morgs need some time to calm the rest of the way down, and there's too many people at the brothel to do it there. So if you take her somewhere nice and quiet, that'd be amazing. I'll let Maria know. Somewhere quiet, such as... See you later! Wait, hey! Jiren! And she's gone. Where can I take her that's quiet, without a lot of people? Is there even a... There is one place. So, Morgana, if you, would rather go back to the brothel, let me know, okay? But anyway, by process of elimination, there's only one place I can take you that satisfies all the requirements given. I assure you that, under any other circumstances, this would not be my first choice. I am only proposing this because there's no other suitable option. So, yeah. You can come back to my place. Now, don't get any strange ideas. I swear on my honor I have no intention of doing anything to you. Not that I would ever have any intention of doing any such things to a child like you. So with that in mind, would you rather go there or back to the brothel? I would like to get out of here sooner rather than later, so if you could make a decision, I'd really appreciate it. Morgana, I don't want to go back to the brothel yet. Alright then. Off we go, I guess. Okay. Do you need help getting up? My legs have given out. Grab my shoulder. I'll carry you. Come on now, hurry it up. I was never one to initiate physical contact with anyone. I acted as though I simply didn't like it, but in truth, I was probably more scared than anything. How was I even supposed to offer these scar-ridden hands to anyone? How was I even supposed to approach someone with most of the skin on my face missing? I could tell myself again and again that every scar was a sign of my sacred sacrifice, but in what I had once felt pride, now I only felt disgust. I lamented the wounds obscuring my skin, and for the first time I sincerely wished for them all to heal, as any other girl my age might. Then I wouldn't have to feel like I was ugly. I wouldn't have to hesitate to offer my hand. I wouldn't have any reservations about him touching me. Sun's coming up. Look at that. Pretty impressive, huh? Sun's light even reaches this deep, dark corner of the world. I mean, of course it does, but I don't know. For some reason, it seems particularly bright today. Hey, Morgana, can I ask how you ended up here? What happened? Did you get in a fight with Siren? Something like that? Something like that. Huh. Well, that's something you don't see every day. But I guess whenever you have more than one person in a place, problems are going to arise eventually. Excuse me. Siren can be a bit, well, excessively frank, so I'm sure she didn't mean to hurt you, whatever she said. No, it wasn't her. I lashed out at her, unprovoked. Now that I have difficulty imagining. You always seem to be in control of your emotions. Actually, no. It's just reminded of this too. But as mature as you may seem, you're still only 11. There's nothing unusual about that, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. Stop thinking of me like I'm a normal girl. You are, no matter what you say. At least you are to me. You're allowed to yell at someone if you're upset with them. You're allowed to get in a fight if you're having a bad day. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to feel whatever you feel. You don't have to hold it in. These are all things mere people do. Like I just said, you are a regular person. You're no different from me or Maria or Jiren or anyone else. Any other day, I would argue the point further. Calling me normal is akin to denying my very identity. Right now, the word feels so welcoming. To the point I would feel bad fighting him over it. I wonder what's so different about today. Hey, I'm sorry. What, you have nothing to apologize for? Not today, but the festival. I feel like I was trying to force you to have a good time. In fact, whenever you acted like you weren't, it got on my nerves. It frustrated me how I was trying so hard and you seemed to be trampling my efforts. And I've been doing that for a long time now. I frequently get upset at your harsh words when I'm applying ointment. But I'm realizing what seems charitable and generous from my point of view isn't necessarily the same from yours. So I'm sorry for constantly being so presumptuous. I won't try to coerce you into going to the festival next year. You're not yourself today. Excuse me? In what way? You're unusually open. Never thought you'd come to that realization, let alone apologize for any of it. It certainly wasn't in my initial plans for the day, but whatever reason, having you so close seems to have that effect on me. And for you too, if I may be so presumptuous. So it does. Well, we're on the same page about one thing. That said, I don't intend to back down on the ointment. I'm doing it because I want to. So just tell yourself you're generously allowing me to have my way, if you would. Are you okay with that? You already said you weren't going to back down, so why are you even asking? Do as you please. That I will, but I won't stop complaining either. I'll have to practice not letting it get under my skin as much then. Yeah? To this day. Yeah? What's up? To this day, I've never forgotten what my life was like 2 years ago. I have dreams, I have nightmares about it. My episode back there was caused by one of those flashbacks. Damn, that'll do it. I can't escape from the nightmares. They're always there, always right behind me. Sometimes I can feel the pain like I'm there again. Sometimes it's even worse than the real thing. Dear sleep. Will I ever be free from the Lord's terror? You will. You never have to see him again, and you can beat those dreams. It'll take time, but you can do it. He won't be able to terrorize you forever. Can I really beat them? Absolutely. If he shows up in your dreams, just close your eyes. Do anything you can to erase them from your mind. Banish all your memories of them. You've done enough times, and before you know it, you'll actually start forgetting about them, until eventually every trace of them will be gone. Nothing that terrible will ever happen again. You have my word. You can believe me. Everything will be okay. The Lord's not long for this world anyway. Given how much hatred he's garnered from his people, and in any event, should it come to it, I'll take his head off myself. Don't do anything to put your life at risk. Huh? You end up dying, I'll have nightmares of a different variety. Fair enough. You know, you're not acting much like yourself today either. That caught me off guard. Not in a bad way, though. Take it back. Burn in hell. Thanks. I was wondering, will there be another festival next year? I mean, Midsummer? It's an annual celebration, so yeah, there'll be another festival. Though with the way things are going, I expect it'll keep getting smaller and smaller in scale. Why do you ask? Morgana, I would not be opposed to going again next time. Don't think you have to if you don't want to. I don't... Well, alright. Would it be presumptuous for me to assume you enjoyed yourself then? Can't say I especially did, no. Don't get it. Why are you saying you go next year if you had a bad time this year? Because I get the feeling that might change with time. Really? Yes. Alright, then I'll remind you when the time comes. Next year, the year after, and every year after that. You do that. So hey, are you still planning to head out on your own when you get older? I am, yes. So, nothing's changed there, huh? All I do there is take up space. That's not your reason for wanting to leave, is it? You know that's not true. You keep the place clean and cook for the girls and do plenty else to help out. If anything, I'd say you only take up space far less than other kids your age. When I was younger, I did so much more to help so many others. May as well be lazing around and doing nothing compared to what I was once able to accomplish. You know, I've avoided asking this question for a while, but what was your life like before you ended up here? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I am the daughter of... Morgana? Why can I not bring myself to say I'm the daughter of God? That I'm a saint, that I'm not like the rest of you? That my blood has miraculous powers? It's all the truth, so why? Why do I so fear acknowledging that I'm not one of them? I am the daughter of the church, and I helped spread the word of God. Assumed it was something like that. Did you grow up in a church then? Something of the sort. Huh. Well, the past is the past. What you did then, what you could do then, isn't necessarily what you have to do now. As far as I'm concerned, you're more than pulling your weight. If you don't want to stay at the brothel, that's one thing. But don't feel like you're not contributing enough. Tell me. What? Tell me about when you were younger. Why? Or don't. You don't have to. Never said I wouldn't. I'm just surprised to see you showing any interest in me. Today is just full of surprises. I think I mentioned how I don't remember much about my childhood. I have vague memories of how the language sounded, as well as what wheat fields stretching as far as the eye can see. I loved just sitting and watching it as it swayed back and forth in the wind like waves in an ocean of gold. I assume my parents were there with me, though I can't say for sure. I just remember they were pleasant days. I don't remember where I was born or what it was called, only that it was somewhere far from here. How did you end up in the city? Do you really not remember? I assumed I was sold off. I found an opportunity and managed to escape, running and running and running for who knows how many days, until finally a city came into view. And into the slums I went. I only have scattered fragments of memories of that time. I assume it was so unpleasant my mind shut it all out. I thought family was supposed to be those who wouldn't throw you out into the streets. Huh? That's what Maria said. Oh yeah, she did, didn't she? Not every family's the same. Some will, some won't. My guess is that they were financially unable to keep me. But you know, nothing says you have to be blood related to be family. Maybe the first one throws you out. Doesn't mean you can't go and find yourself a new one. What happens next? What? In your story, what happens next? Oh, you want me to keep going? I was kind of hoping you'd gotten bored. But alright. Living in the slums, surviving day to day was my first priority. I was too young to get any real work, so I became a thief. Heathen. Shall I burn in hell? Yet I'm completely irredeemable in your eyes. I've stolen, lied, deceived, and even killed people. What? Killed several guards in the slave revolt. That wasn't the first time either. Even as a child, my hands were not free of blood. You are a sinner. A vile, wretched, miserable sinner. That I am. Burn in hell. Sure I will, once I'm dead. When you were younger, why did you kill? Maria's told you about what the brothel used to be like, right? Real run down and smaller than it is now? Yes. This isn't exactly the safest neighborhood now, and back then it was even worse. Our gang hadn't formed up yet, so naturally we weren't doing peacekeeping work either. One day, back when Maria was 12 and I was 14, a thief broke into the brothel. He attempted to rape her. As I watched the man knock her down, climb on top of her, my blood boiled. All I could think about was getting him off of her. So I killed him. It's the first time I ever had taken somebody's life. I was shaking from head to toe for I don't even know how long. I could never imagine that happening to Maria. She's a tough woman, absolutely, and I wouldn't be surprised if she was calmer than me, but she was still only 12 at the time. Right about your age, in fact. Strong as she may have been, she couldn't possibly have overpowered a full-grown man. The only reason I didn't end up dead is because I attacked him from behind while he was distracted. I understand good and well that murder is wrong. Sometimes it's you or them, and well, if you don't have the strength to kick back, the world will trample all over you until there's nothing left. Ah, good old alcoholic Valhalla. Don't want to spend my life in constant servility, having everything taken away from me, always on the losing side. Tired of being on the bottom. I want to climb higher, high enough to look out upon the whole wide world. Let's see, is that the same world you say you want to go out into? It is. The world you keep saying you want to show me. It absolutely is. You see. That's not the world I want to see, though. I have no right to trample on his dreams. Well, I hope you make it someday. As do I. Alright, we're almost there. See that building up ahead? I live on the second floor. Oh, this was all happening in transit? Her on its back? Jeez. Not the most comfortable place in the world, but it's a place to sleep and a roof over my head. Should suffice until you're feeling a little better. And don't worry, I'll sleep on the floor. You can have the bed. So, yeah, take as much time as you. Morgana? She's asleep. Oh, for the love of God. So goddamn much for that. Oh well. So I got her tucked in. I should get some sleep myself. You know, kind of feel like I finally closed some of the gap between us. I only hope you feel the same. Sleep well, Morgana, and may you be free from your nightmares forever. So much for that. Or progress. Morning already. It's an afternoon. Either way, it's about time I got up. Back hurts like hell. Why? Alright, slept on the floor and... A singing Morgana. Something oddly revitalizing about the sunlight shining in through the open window. The summer breeze lacked its usual stifling heat, in fact feeling quite pleasant against my cheeks. This is very good, yeah. A pair of long burgundy braids danced gently on the wind. Leaning against the windowsill and singing was a young girl, beads of light streaming down over her small robed body. I found myself staring, entranced by the sight. The ground where she stood seemed almost sacred, like it would be forever tainted if I set foot in it. The sound of her voice washed over me like a wave and seeped into my half-asleep body, permeating every fiber of my being. An indescribable amalgam of feelings welled up in my breast. It was a feeling similar to the first time I had heard her sing, only incomparably more profound. It took everything I had to keep the fire from appearing on my face, spilling from my lips. I simply sat there in silence, taking in the sight and sound. When she slowly turned to face me, the sunlight now illuminating her silhouette. Oh, I thought you were still asleep. Good morning. Morgana, your face. What of it? In a half-frenzy, I scrambled over to the window and grabbed her by the shoulders. My eyes went wide for a moment, but she didn't shove me aside, only stared. I could see my own reflection in her golden eyes, and then as my eyes grew accustomed to the light, I saw her as she was, face covered in the same marks I knew so well. What's wrong? Did you forget I was here? I can only imagine how stupid my face looked in that moment, mouth hanging awkwardly half agape as I attempted to chuckle, only a sigh managing to make it up and out of my throat. Sorry. Still not all the way awake. Was the face I'd seen a mere illusion? A fantasy conjured up by my mind? Almost certainly. It was nothing more than a figment of my imagination, but I wanted it to be what she looked like when she healed. I wanted more than ever to finally see it for real. Because I was standing so close, she had to tilt her head back more than usual to see me, resulting in her face, usually concealed by her hood, being exposed to the sunlight. Even covered in grotesque marks, I was close enough to make out the precise outline of her face, the exact shape of her eyes, the perfect straight line of her nose. With each passing moment, that vision began to seem more and more real. I summoned the image of her healed face once more. Standing before me was a girl who could easily pass as a noble, a beauty and dignity to match her impeccable singing voice. Imposing though she was, I was certain her smile would be filled with warmth. Something the matter? Why are you staring at me? I know I'm hideous. You don't have to tell me, so get back. Morgana. What? I think I might love you. Excuse me? The words came out entirely independent of my own will. I didn't grasp the meaning of what I had just said, till after I realized her brow was furrowed in perplexity. Till after, like a total buffoon, I thought, why is Morgana giving me that look? A chill ran down my spine as I finally began to comprehend the absurdity of what I had said. Not a single excuse came to mind. All my words simply vanished into a thick white fog. What had I said to her again? What I had said to this little girl? Loved her? Me in love with a child? Is that so? Why, thank you. She don't sound surprised. And she remained so calm. I'm barely keeping it together here. I don't see why I would be. You're only telling me what I already know. What? Say it again? She already knew how I felt? I didn't even know how I felt. I care for everyone at the brothel. You love all the girls at the brothel like they're your family. It's quite obvious from your actions. Suppose it doesn't hurt to put into words every once in a while, but in any case, you've made your feelings quite clear. You've made it clear that I count as one of them. The only thing that's clear here is that you don't understand the first thing about my feelings. No, I meant... Do I really want to tell her right here, right now, that no, my feelings for her are different? Sit your damn head, Yukopo. She's 11 years old. You're 21. What the hell's gotten into you? Yeah, I meant it exactly like that. Took the words right out of my mouth. I see. Well, I'll say... It means a lot to me to be seen the same as everyone else. Morgana? I said nothing. You heard nothing. God, what is happening to me? I have no idea what's going on anymore. Nothing makes the damnedest bit of sense. I was having a difficult time accepting how taken I seemed to be with this girl. This child. Covered my face with my hands, groaning and trying my best not to pay any mind to the pair of perplexed eyes I could feel staring a hole through me. And I thought, I have to at least wait until she turns 16. Another 7 months passed, bringing them 3 years from their first encounter. Time continued its slow, constant march, and soon winter was upon us. The skies were incredibly clear, hardly a cloud in sight. I'm assuming we're not going to hit another big stopping point in the next hour, considering that took 3 hours. But I also know we're probably going 2 weeks without this, so I'm just going to go a little further. If we hit another, like, semi-logical point, cool. And if I have to just stop when I stop, then I stop when I stop. But, like, I know we're... Because, like, technically I'll be streaming the Sunday I get back. But after a long trip and a long flight, I don't know if it's going to be this. It might be, but I don't want to guarantee that now. So I want to be prepared in case we have 2 whole weeks off, that we've at least done a good amount tonight. By all appearances, the weather was great, until the occasional gust of wind came along and chilled me to the bone. And it's not that I just want more or anything, baka. Yeah. Each breath came out in a puff of white, dissipating as it drifted upwards. Opening my arms, I made my way to where I knew I would find her. Has she ever once skipped a day in these last 3 years? Rain or snow, sweltering heat or bitter cold, she always seems to be here when I come looking. I let out a little sigh, then called for her. I swear, I spent so much time in this graveyard that one of these days someone's going to mistake you for a gravekeeper, or maybe a grave robber. She turned around to face me. She looked moderately annoyed, her glare piercing as ever. I could hear the soft bite of her voice before she even responded. Someone less familiar with her might perceive her mannerisms as standoffish, not unlike she had been when I first brought her here. But I could clearly tell the difference. She was warming up, ever so slightly. I can understand a grave keeper, but I take offense at the suggestion I look like a grave robber. I'm praying for souls who have no one else to see them off. She was no longer walking on eggshells through every interaction, and her sense of self-worth seemed to have improved as well. I'd even go so far as to say she could get a bit cocky at times, generally at my expense. Yeah, of course. That also meant I didn't have to tread quite so carefully around her either. Trading grievances and insults was becoming our personal kind of banter. Rather than signifying a widening rift, the increased level of abuse was a sign of how much closer we'd gotten. Honestly, I don't get it. Why do you care so much? These are souls that have no one else to pray for them. At best, they may get a bit of lip service from a priest once or twice. It's our responsibility to offer a helping hand to the sick and the poor, to pray for the abandoned souls. Oh boy, here comes another sermon. What I don't get is why you need to pray for the dead at all. It's just bags of bones. Hope you enjoy an eternity in hell, blasphemer. Hey, that was uncalled for. Joking, obviously. Take black humor to a new level. The fact that she would even call such remarks a joke was proof enough of how far she had come. This wasn't the first time I had told her I thought the living were more important than the dead, and we still disagreed on that point. But our differences in values had caused her to push away much harder before than she did now. At least, I was pretty sure she wasn't pushing me away as much. Hey, it's that time again, Morgana. Come on, don't turn away from me. I know you can hear me. I brought ointment, so let me put it on you. It's a waste of time. You don't know that. Your arms look much better than before. It won't be long before your face starts healing too. Ointment isn't free. You're wasting your money. It's my money. I can use it however I please. So just shut up and let me do this. You're a very obnoxious man, you know? What was that? You want me to rub it in real hard, do you? Fine. While it might appear I wanted something in return for my efforts, I wasn't in it for gratitude or a reward. It's more like my way of relating. She badmouthed me, or retaliating. She badmouthed me, I made her take my ointment. We had performed this ritual hundreds of times now, though the exact shape of the exchange slowly evolved over time. Where I would once desperately attempt to shoot down her assertions of wasting your time and there's no point, I had come to realize that doing so only put unnecessary stress on her, so I started jabbing back instead. And for all her complaining, I was pretty sure Morgana wasn't entirely put off by my stubborn insistence. The day after the festival, when I had declared my intent to keep trying to heal her face, she had responded with, "I won't stop complaining either." And I had said, "I'll have to practice not letting it get under my skin as much then." I still remembered that day quite vividly, and I hope she did as well. So while it might come off like we're genuinely fighting, in reality I quite enjoyed our little sparring matches. She was still outwardly reluctant and sulky as ever, but in a kind of charming way now, that we'd established this routine. Not having to be so painfully careful with my words made things easier for me as well. What are you laughing about? Oh, nothing. Hey, don't you give me that death glare of yours. Think this is me glaring? So I'm meaning to ask you something. How would that be? What are you hoping to get out of repairing my face? Not trying to get anything. I just want you to heal up. Here I thought you were going to try and make me work at the brothel. How many times do I have to tell you I'm not going to make you be a prostitute? What other reason could you have for wanting my face to get better? Because I want to see it. Isn't that enough? Just so we're clear, that wasn't me hitting on you, okay? The thought never occurred to me. Hope you're prepared to be let down, if you ever do heal. In fact, you'd best not get your hopes up at all. The higher you let your expectations climb, the greater your disappointment will be when I turn out to be equally hideous beneath these scars. Not even I can remember what I looked like before. I'm not afraid to be disappointed. That possibility is just part of the fun. With as much tact as a worm. No tact and a preference for ugly girls, I'm told. I'm a real winner. Ugly. It's a wonder no one throttles you in your sleep. I'll still be your friend, even if you turn out to be the ugliest girl in the city. You should be grateful. You're unbelievable. To think I used to think you were a half-decent man. If you'd like me to go back to walking on thin ice, I can, but my gut tells me that's not what you really want. It's the difference between not sugarcoating your words and being outright rude, you realize. Once again, pot, kettle. Yeah, you're one to talk. How is it you haven't managed to chase off everyone in your life yet? I act like a decent guy around other people. Do my best to fit in. Why are you such a dolt around me? Just doing my best to fit in. So you're saying this is my fault? Everyone could use a thorn or two. Makes them more exciting. You especially. Okay, that should be everything. Does it sting anywhere? Not particularly, no. Alright. Oh, also, finish up here and get back to the brothel soon. Unless you'd rather I drag you there. Why? Seriously? It's your damn birthday, that's why. And? What do you think, dimwit? Maria and the girls want to celebrate. Get back there soon, okay? I'm planning to drop by too. Okay? Okay. As much as I'm loath to admit it, she can be kind of cute when she's not wishing me an eternity in hell. Not that I'm ever letting those words leave my lips. So, hey, thought you were leaving. One day, I'll show you the world. Sometimes I wonder if that's the only phrase you know. Yes, I heard you the first 100 times. I won't get my hopes up. She thinks I don't sugarcoat my words. Get your hopes up, damn it. Anyway, I'll see you later. I had every intention of making good on that promise. I had more than enough reason to believe I could. Though admittedly, it wasn't until recently that I could say so with such confidence. It was no longer a mere slum rat's fantasy. Our ranks were getting stronger by the day. Discontent with the Lord was up, but overall so was our morale. Excuse me. I could feel it. The time was near. Though the biggest motivating factor lay elsewhere. In something that had occurred about a month earlier. I'd yet to share that little nugget with anyone else, though. This could be the key to bringing it all together. I need to keep my head in the right place today. It's Morgana's birthday above anything else. Planning this revolution can wait another day. I was probably a bit too eager to get started. My judgment clouded by anticipation. The very thought that I could soon be someone of real significance. And that excitement had probably leaked a bit into my conversation with Morgana. If only I had understood. And truly grasped the extent of my own capabilities, where I should have been focusing my effort. And perhaps we could have ended up on a very different path. But it would not be until much, much later that I came to realize the error of my ways. About time you showed up. Get out of here and give us a hand, would you? I was engulfed in the scent of roasting meat as soon as I stepped through the back door of the brothel. It smelled like it had even been seasoned with herbs, kicking my appetite into high gear. The common man, culinary herbs were a delicacy, expensive and not something you could get your hands on easily. Such a funny thing, because like I get it, but also, it's a plant. You can grow it. But also, like, I get it. This was a different time, and let's be honest, what parts of the slums were they going to grow something in, huh? Especially what parts of the slums are you going to grow something in where it's not going to get taken by someone? Nowhere. That went doubly so for us in the slums. This is much more elaborate than I was expecting. How did you even get all the supplies you need? It's mostly a mishmash of everyone's rainy day friends. Events like this are about the only way I can convince the girls to let loose. Everyone's also concerned about making sure they've always got plenty saved up, which ain't a bad thing in itself, but they're going to end up stressing themselves straight to the graves. I smirked. Maria's heart was always with the girls. Obviously, the party was still for Morgana, but parties were meant to be enjoyed by everyone involved, not only the star. It would have been even better if we could have given all the girls tonight off and partied till we dropped. But unfortunately, business isn't strong enough to afford that, and I'd rather not deal with a bunch of blue-balled buffoons bitching at me about it either. So all the girls who couldn't take off are getting an extra slice of meat to make up for it. That seems fair. You're on cutting duty. And make sure you cut them exactly the same size. Don't want anyone blowing their top about not getting their fair share. The fate of the party is in your hands. Don't fuck this up. I get the feeling I'll be their punching bag no matter how precisely I cut the meat. On a somewhat different note, I'm surprised you had herbs lying around. Oh yeah, they were a gift from one of my regs. Hello, Jiren. What's up, Jackie? You're as obnoxiously perky as ever, I see. That's how you're gonna greet me, you big butt? For a particular subset of our customer base, it's that relentless perk that keeps them perky. Not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment. Some girls have to pretend to be spunky airheads to keep those guys coming back, but you're a natural. That's impressive as hell. It is? We've got the big boss's seal of approval. I don't think you quite get it, Jiren. You know how Jiren used to work up in the city? Well, one of her old clients followed her when she moved down here. And he's the one who gave her the herbs. Not the cheapo bottom of the barrel stuff either. This is some primo shit. Nice haul, Cheever. Teehee. You're right. You don't get this kind of aroma from a low-quality plant. It's strong enough I almost wonder if people outside can smell it. I bet we'll have at least a few customers drawn in thinking they were craving pussy, only to find out they were really hungry. That's great. Someone needs to get this woman a damn filter. I really hope Morgs likes it. I know she used to hate even the sight of meat, but it seems like she's kind of gotten over that recently-ish. People do change over time, so maybe she'll be fine. Maybe she has some kind of traumatic meat-related past. And she's just now overcoming it. Or something to that effect. Hey, some help with these dishes would be real nice. Oh, pick me, I'll do it! Alright, Jackie, see you in a bit. Sure didn't take long for her to make this place her home. Make it sound like that's a bad thing. What? Do you not want her here or something? Because personally, I'm doing everything I can to make everyone here feel at home. No, I never said... Why so serious? It was just a joke. I agree with you entirely. Girls like her don't belong in a whorehouse. No, she doesn't. A while back, I had suggested Jiren look into some other line of work, to take up singing instead of prostitution. On her days off, she still went to the pub and performed, always to great acclaim. And while it seemed she had seriously considered my proposition, a few days later she said, think I'd rather stick around at the brothel for a while. You and Maria treat me like family. I want to be with my family for now, you know? That's what she wants, that's her choice. I have no right to force what I think is best on her. So, question. Yeah? Have you decided what you're going to give her? I haven't the faintest idea what you're referring to. Bullshit, I know, you know, I know you know, I know. Ugh, why does she have to be so damned astute? Is it just that obvious? I hadn't spoken about my feelings for Morgana with anyone since I'd realized I had them. Not even Maria, my closest friend. But she had a way of seeing right through me. And while she often poked fun at me about the age difference, she never actually mocked me. Not seriously, at least. Though she did avoid bringing it up while Siren was around out of respect for her feelings. Pretty much all the other girls seemed to have picked up on it, so Jiren likely had as well. Then again, it was Jiren, so it was equally likely she hadn't an inkling. After one particularly extensive round of teasing, Maria had gone on to say, in the end, all that really matters is that you're happy. Sure, I'll feel bad for Jiren. But ultimately, me and you, we've been to hell and back together. If I have to pick one of you, it'll be you. And yeah, I know, cheesy as fuck, you don't have to tell me. But hey, there's still the chance Morgana will give you the most brutal rejection of all time. Hell, I'd call that one more likely than the alternative. That was her way of showing support. So, what did you get her? As her big sister, I'd be happy to check out the present before you give it to her. Make sure you don't make too big an ass out of yourself. Again, I'm older than you. And again, we're not related. I bought a necklace, as per your suggestion. Girls appreciate that sort of thing, don't they? Most do. Me, I got a taste for knives and other such pointy things. We know. Doubt she has much interest in those, though. Sometimes I wonder if you're actually a girl. Excuse you? Who's the last guy you saw with tits like these? Pretty damn smoking if I do say so myself. Telling me this body don't light a fire in your loins? Not even a spark. I've grown so accustomed to seeing you over the years, you don't even register in that part of my brain. Is that how it works? You spend so much time with someone you go numb? Would rather I did find you arousing? Hell no, you so much as lay a finger on me, I'll make sure you never get it up again. Don't bring up the subject. Look, I fully believe that Clive very much had eyes for one girl. But yeah, he definitely has Clive vibes sometimes. Spoilers, this is the happiest part of his story. But yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Clive is popular. I can't imagine. Yes. I do appreciate all of the art of Jill and Cloud admiring their large-chested partners. Yes. Clive sure do have a chest on him. You are correct. And don't bring up the subject. Yeah, it took me a minute. It's late. But yeah, no, we got there. I'm going to choose to believe she meant I won't get up on my feet again. So. Today's the day, right? You give her the present, then you finally tell her how you feel. Excuse me? Why would I? Don't be a wuss. It's about the damn time you manned up and told her. I think you got a better chance than you think. Do I need to remind you of how old she is? 12, as of today. Practically an adult. I was knee-deep in dick at that age. We've definitely seen this sequence before, right? Like, this specific bit leading up, we've seen this. So I've definitely taken that exact screenshot. Comparing her to you? It was a flashback, yeah. The longer you hold off saying something, the more difficult it becomes. Break a leg. Party's going to be in the back, so there won't be any customers around to interfere. It is again worth remembering this is in year like 900 or so. It's a ways back. And even this whole time, he's been like, she's too damn young. She's too damn young. She's too damn young. But, you know. Look, Maria has no reservations about her life. She's lived the life she's led and has made the money she's made. Of all the people here, other than maybe Jiren, she is the one who is least bothered by the sheer quantity of dickage. In fact, I'd argue she's damn proud of the whore she is. Break a leg. Party's going to be in the back, so there won't be any customers around to interfere. Alright. Anywho, I got decorations put up. You get going, meat boy. Like, there's definitely more to this bit than we saw originally. Like, there was no talk of, like, the slicing of the meat or anything, but the broader strokes we've seen of this, which unfortunately means it gonna be a bad day. Gonna be a bad day. Would waiting until she turned 16 really be putting it off for too long? How would I even go about saying it, assuming I actually did? Even if your face still isn't healed in 4 years, I'll take you as my lifetime partner, Morgana. No, that's terrible. There has to be a better way to put it. So much for a nice, relaxing birthday party. Morgana arrived as the sun was beginning to set, and our preparations neared completion. Myself, Maria, and Jiren, and a handful of other girls who didn't have to work were gathered in the back room. Dishes stacked with food lined the floor, and our group sat in a circle around it, several different conversations going on at once. Apologize for not being able to assist in any way. Don't apologize, it's your birthday. Sit your little bum down and let the world revolve around you for once. If you insist. Atta girl, hop on right down, not in the friggin' corner. Hey, Morgana, your space next to me. It's a much better spot than over there in the corner. You have easy access to anything you'd like to eat. But I suppose if you wanted, I could get your food for you. Sit next to Maria. Don't think I didn't hear that. Hey there, Morgs, what's the drink? Or how's the drink? Your head spinning yet? It most certainly is not. Well, let's make it spin. Let's make the whole world spin. Whee! Wine is only to be used for nourishment. It's not meant for base recreation. It should be smitten down from above. If it's fine, don't worry. Even God's taking the day off to get wasted out of his mind. How dare you disrespect the Lord like that? Eat, drink, eat, drink. Wait, stop. I can't. I'm in heaven. My stomach's in heaven. And she's gone. She's sound asleep. Yep. Girl acts like it's her birthday we're celebrating here. What do you say? Want me to give her a good whack upside the head? No, it's fine. Let her sleep. She looks so happy. I'd almost feel bad waking her. If you say so. You're the one in charge today. So, you and Jiren getting on all right? Looked like you were trying to keep your distance a little while back. I don't get that impression from you anymore, but if there's any friction at all, don't hesitate to let me know. I'm getting along fine with her now. If anything does come up, I will tell you. Okay. Well, I'm really glad to hear it. With Jiren, it's, well, what you see is what you get. Once you get past that, there's never a dull moment with her. Indeed. Although, it wasn't anything I did that cleared the air between us, but... Oh? Never mind. Yeah, she's gone. Now, this asshole thinks because he's paying, that means he can do whatever he feels like, and I'm having to tell him to back off and just... I can't believe some of these guys. I'm so sorry. I got a good one too. The other day, this guy came in totally shit-faced. Wait, are you serious? Why didn't you tell me about this earlier? I'd have chased the pricks off if I'd known. Seems like anytime you get more than a couple of these girls together, conversation inevitably drifts back to work. Which, of course, is the subject Morgana's least keen on. She looks like she wants to run away. Guess I gotta step in. You guys think you could maybe change the subject? If we have anything else to talk about. Making the birthday girl want to hide in a corner defeats the whole purpose, don't you think? Oh no, don't mind me. I don't have anything I want to talk about. At least eat something then. Eaten plenty, thank you. Quite full. Then how about the cookies? They're barely sweetened and dry as rocks, but they're edible. Jacopo, you little bitch! You got some stones to shit-talk my cookies to my face. Pretty sure I've taken that one too, but it's still just so good. Stop it, Maria. Stop throwing things at me. For God's sake, can you not show a modicum of decorum for just one day? Yeah, you're totally one to talk. You could try not being a massive dick for once in your life. Name one thing I've done to warrant this kind of abuse. You first. You're the one who started throwing accusations. There it is, right on schedule. You two little lovebirds. Fight, fight, fight. We are not lovebirds. I don't even care anymore. You are right about one thing, though. This is Morgana's day, so let's change the subject. Like I said, I don't have anything to talk about. Sure you do. Just have to look a little harder. Not saying you have to reminisce for us. It can be anything. Let's see. Here's an idea. Are there any guys you got your eyes on? There is. Gonna kill you, Kopo. What? Seriously? Holy shit! Who is it? Tell me, who's the lucky guy? God. Don't give me that look. I don't need your sympathy. You're gonna dream big, right? Yeah, I get where you're coming from, pining after the all-powerful, all-knowing God. I'm with you. You bald-faced liar. Grass may be a hell of a lot greener up there, but it's a bit, far, don't you think? Maybe you're better off settling for the weeds down here. Did she just imply I'm a weed? No, she stated you're a weed. Say, the young man over there. Wait, stop right there. Don't say another word. Whoopsie, me and my big mouth. I almost did your job for you. Damn it, Maria. This is not good. Like hell I'm gonna let her spill it on a whim. Look, I am nothing if not predictable. We'll do something before she has another slip of the tongue. Gonna. What she was trying to say is that I have to go. What? I have to go to the bathroom. Sure. My sides ain't gonna last much longer if you keep this up. This is no laughing matter. Ow, what the hell? Don't throw things at me. You did it first. Damn it all. That was a good laugh. God, you're such a dork. How hard is it to just say it? It would have been easier if you hadn't cornered me like that. You expect me to believe you would have done it without a little... without a little nudge? I would have. Eventually. Eventually ain't gonna cut it. Now is the right time. And don't worry, me and the girls won't make fun of you too much for getting your rocks off to little girls. It's not the reason I like her. Besides, I would wait at least 4 years before. Doesn't mean you can't tell her now. I think it'd do her wonders, really. She's, well, you know. So I think knowing someone cares about her will lighten the load a bit. I mean, obviously we care about her too. She's like family. But there's some things sisterly love just can't hold a candle to. Mushy romance may not be my cup of tea, but that doesn't mean even I don't think it'd be nice to have someone special every once in a while. When she comes back, give her the necklace, tell her how you feel. And if she turns it down, we can all have a good laugh about it. Maria and a few other girls chuckled. My lips had twisted almost into a knot from sheer overwhelming discomfort. But at the same time, I knew she had a point. I could say how I felt now just as easily as 4 years from now. Couldn't develop into anything for some time yet. No, but simply letting Morgana know that someone cared about her, and her specifically, could very well lighten some of the load she bore. As much as she had warmed up to us, she still very clearly kept herself walled off. And though she tried to pretend otherwise, she did still get rather gloomy whenever she passed by something reflective. But if I could convince her that her physical appearance had no bearing on my feelings, maybe, just maybe, it could clear away some of the clouds hanging over her. Possibly even light the way to the day where I could at least see her smile. That's all the motivation I needed. I'll do it. I'll tell her. Not only for myself, but for her as well. I can do this. And now I'm making myself nervous as hell. Calm yourself, Jacopo. This is nothing. You infiltrated the Lord's manor, for crying out loud. Telling a girl how you feel is considerably less likely to kill you. Even a child could do it. You look so tense, your nerves could snap at any moment. I am not. God damn it. Please hurry up, Morgana. I want to get this over with as soon as possible. Yeah. Was that a to be continued next time? Yes. Yes, in fact, it was. Yeah, it absolutely begins. Look, if we start this sequence from here, it's going to be hard to stop. But we also, yeah, it's going to be a lot to start with next time. But, like, it's going to, like, if I commit to this now, we commit to a lot. And I can't right now. I got work tomorrow. So, yeah. We got to witness all of their happy times. All of them. I guess what's left is not happy. We got ourselves a monster, a quote. It's a good monster, a Discord.
Moe, kyun.
Ah, hey, there you go. Classic. Ah, double Moe Moe Kyun. Alright. Everyone's just telling him to, you know, admit his feelings. Nah, broke the chain. 2 is enough. Tomorrow, Monster Hunter. Tuesday, Thursday, 9 souls. Saturday, probably 9 souls, but it's possible I do something more chill for the day before my flight. I don't know what that would be. That also might just continue to be 9 souls. Then I'm off for a week, and 2 weeks from today, I'll be back to streaming. Poker Rogue's always an option, yeah. 2 weeks from today is when I will return from that break. Did I? I mean, oh, because I spelt it. I spelt souls, not souls. Yeah. Yep. Well, what else is there? Obviously, we have extra shoutouts for Potts and Soar continuing their jail time. Viper can't pronounce. Is there a pronunciation difference between souls and souls? It's not a pronunciation difference. It is a spelling difference, absolutely. But it's not a pronunciation difference. It's not. And everyone else hanging out, having a good time. Got to enjoy some positivity before we go down. Now, reminder, this is the first. This is the first of the 3 Requiem for Innocences. We're still on this. We're still on this. We have 2 more, a question mark, which I don't even know what that'll be. It might be a chapter select. And then we have reincarnations and short stories. I'm not mad that we have much more of this to go, but we have much more of this to go than I thought. The fact that the first of these has taken up 2 streams already, with who knows how much longer. I mean, this could feasibly... It depends on where it ends. It might end after the bandit raid, or we might follow him to see a bit more of his point of view as he takes the throne. But, like, I don't know. Who knows? It could... I assumed it was going to cut off by now. Now that we've hit a bit that, like, we know this bit, I thought it was going to cut off and be like, that's the story, you know the rest. But it hasn't. So who knows? I have no idea. I'm curious to see more. It continues to be insanely well written and impactful, but I don't know if the scope of this quite hit me. This might straight up be as much post content as there was main content. Like, for real. It might be more post content than main content. I don't know. We're gonna do it though. Like, we're going through it all. So, but yeah. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. This has been Viper for Viperland. I'll see you all next time.